Hey, look at this. We are on air. It is Sunday, June 3rd, 2018. First Sunday of the month, gang. So that means the Canucks with Guitars monthly roundtable hangout.
Hello, chat. Hello, chat.
What's going on, everyone?
Yeah, just talk for a second here. We're having slight technical difficulties. That's why we went on live, or we were delayed, guys, because Richie's having some technical difficulties. He's trying to jump in. So bear with us on that. So if I'm a little distracted, I'm sure my cohorts here will take over here. Hey, Bruce, you got the chat open?
I do.
Do you mind giving some shout-outs? Who do we got in the chat?
All right, I'm getting echo also, guys. I'm getting echo. We got
someone's playing a video.
Well, Sonia was here and there. She was the first one. I don't know where she went. There's Tainaka. We got Hunter, Fender Guru. Let's see who else is in there. Right, Dan Sullivan. What's up, Dan? Who else do we got in here? Absolute Mayhem just jumped in.
Awesome. Hey, buddy.
We got JJ's House of Jams.
Woo!
R2 was actually the first one to say anything in the chat if you scroll back.
Yeah, I saw that because I went to announce that we'll see you in an hour, and R2's already in there.
There's the love of my life, Genesee.
No, Fender Guru. What up, Fender Guru? Absolute Mayhem. Scott Nickerson, Genesee.
Genesee's
my welcome, everybody.
Yeah.
Jenny, what's up, babe?
He said, "What's up, babe?" Don't make me come over there. No. Let's see.
What's up, Fender Guru? Great live show yesterday. I was watching your live video. That was awesome.
I've been so busy this weekend. I'm going to apologize in advance. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen Johnny's show from Friday night. I watched the Liquid Charlie last night when I got home.
Jim Petrie in the house.
Yeah. So, yeah, I am going to get to it, dude.
Hey, Jim.
Believe me, the content is right up my alley, so I'm really looking forward to it. So,
yeah, man. Yeah. You'll like it, man. You'll like it.
And sorry if my voice sounds a little lower than usual. I did a lot of talking yesterday and a lot of yelling. It was really loud. Well, JJ, you know what NAMM's like, right? The wall of noise constantly going on. And,
was this all indoor?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
There was the store itself, and then the exhibits and, the various booths and stuff was in a big pavilion tent type thing. Okay. Which was awesome at the beginning of the day, but man, once the sun broke through the clouds around, just after noon, it was hot in there.
No doubt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Peace, David Ennis.
Hey, we got David Ennis. Cool.
Me and JJ were like in stereo.
Yeah. You can finally say if Tanaka's still watching,
what's up,
buddy.
David Ennis?
That's awesome that you joined us. Yeah, we know it's been a while live. I assume you're watching the replays. I appreciate it.
Did you see what he said? He had moved. So he's been real busy. That's why he hasn't been catching the live shows, he said.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Uh-oh. Dan says he missed the liquor store tonight. I have to watch The Sober, the horror.
The horror.
All right.
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. That's like a part.
I'm not getting into the loaded Coronas tonight because I got to work tomorrow.
Yeah, but, I was going to ask you about that.
I will have a shot. Here we go. Cheers to Dan Sullivan.
Cheers to you, Dan. And everyone else in the chat.
Dan, everybody else. Fender Guru, David Ennis, everybody. Scott
everybody.
Nickerson.
We're going to do the drink for you, Dan.
Rock on.
That's warm. Oh, that was for you, Dan. Ooh, that was a gulp. All right. So, round table.
Can't forget him.
I'm still watching. I'm keeping an eye. Rich is trying something else here to try to get in. Last time he tried to get in, it said he was not allowed to join the call. Which doesn't make sense.
Is he doing it, trying to do it from his phone, like you having problems like you were before?
He was initially having the same problem that I was having on my phone, so it must be a Canadian thing. He tried it on the Mac as well, and same thing.
So it's a Mac deal then. It's a problem with
Yeah, because he uses an iPad and a Mac.
Right, but that's so wow.
Oh. Actually, yeah, I should say, do you have Hangouts on your phone? Good call, Bruce.
Yeah, I like the way you did it.
See, this is why we keep Bruce around.
Straight to Hangouts.
This is why they keep me around. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's your problem.
Hey, Joe Wentz. Joe Wentz is here, guys. What's up, Joe?
Hey, Joe.
It's the Joe Wentz Project.
Let's see. 8:15 p.m. I'm guessing Joe's in Savannah doing his half-hour turnaround.
He's on the open road, so he's not quite there yet.
Yeah, I bet you he's in Savannah.
I wonder if when he gets to Savannah on the open road, I wonder if he could pop in for a second and then pop back out when he has to leave. That would be far out.
That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, vodka burp. Ooh.
Oh,
that was tasty, warm. Huh?
Oh yeah. Tastes so better. Let's see. How you guys been doing over the last month or so? Bruce, how's the month been for you? How was May? Was May good?
What's May?
Huh? What's May?
Where? What?
Were you Johnny Beane all of a sudden?
May has been. It's been good because I've been with Jen. So come on,
Yeah, I know.
Good times. That's cool.
Nice.
Yeah. So,
how about you, JJ? How was the month of May for you?
Very work orientated. Both summer seasons kicking in, so it's just now it's nonstop.
I thought so. I thought so. I know. If you don't know, I have a link to your channel down below, listed under my friends. Like like Johnny Beane does has a whole bunch of channels, and it seems like R2 and Bruce. Like if you guys start uploading any vids, say more than one a month, I'll add you guys.
It'll start happening.
Yeah. So yeah, and I've noticed JJ like the videos have slowed down a bit, and I'm like, yep. It's a busy season for you.
Well, I did go away as well.
Right.
I remember I was away for like 5 days to the river, so for Memorial break. So,
man.
Yeah, that was
nice. Vacation.
Nice.
No, it's one of those where you need a holiday after that vacation,
Yeah.
It's river life, man. It's crazy.
All right. Well, I'm not going to repeat what Rich just messaged me. So
he's fired up. Huh?
Oh, I can't say that on here. Let's just say that.
What's his resources? Phone, iPad, Mac, computer, no PC, huh?
Not anymore. See, had to install a new browser, then install Hangouts. Now I'm almost in the call. I can see me on the screen and the chat box, and it says you're not allowed to join this call.
Send him see if you can send him a direct link like you used to do with me.
I did.
Because those worked for me. Like, yeah.
Yeah, Ben did a direct link to the Hangout. It worked just fine.
Weird.
Yeah, I like those. Those are fast and easy, but when they work, I guess, apparently,
Come on, Richie, take a breath, man.
Yeah.
Ben, later on when I have to utilize this, who's the one that was asking about this?
I think it was Rich. No, I have no idea. That was like 2 weeks ago. Come on.
Oh, is that the Ashtray?
It's
my lifestyle.
Yeah, this is the one that comes with the Telecaster, the newer ones. This is the 2017 Telecaster ashtray cover.
I got you. Instead of being a big plate, it's...
Yeah, later on I'll actually pull the telly out and because I popped it off today. And then also having a weird problem with some kind of buzzing going on in just one string. It's kind of weird. It's the saddle buzzing. It's got the 3 brass saddles.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for Rich to get in here, and I was going to ask him about it because I think he's messed with them, and I think he doesn't like messing with them either. And that's I know Ben doesn't.
They have that compensated brass?
It's right. It's the ones that 2 strings share one saddle all the way down 2, 4, 6. You got 3. So yeah, I was messing with it a little bit, and I got it.
Oh, Scott!
I took it all the way out of whack and put it all the way back, and it was fine. It was the same way it was with the little buzz. But I'm wondering, sometimes that issue, a string change fixes it sometimes. So,
hey, Scott Nickerson, I have some bad news, bro. I wanted to do an unboxing on Ben's show here. Jay Hannon actually thought that I was telling Steve Andersen that this Floyd Rose here, 1984 Floyd Rose, was my unboxing, but that wasn't it. It was supposed to be my guitar that I ordered from Sweetwater, but there was a little problem, mix-up in the ordering, and they contacted me, so it's going to be a little delay. So sorry, Scott.
Yeah, so my follow-up question was, how was your month, R2? Sorry about that.
That's been pretty good, man. I've been buying a lot of stuff. I've been buying, a lot of gear. just to get my guitars all set up. I've been using these 15% off coupons at Guitar Center, and I bought myself a 1984 Floyd Rose with brass fine tuners, and it already has the big, thick brass block. I already had one of these before, but I traded my friend for other gear. So I'm going to put this on my Charvel. And
let's see, we got Zach Thong in the chat. He says, hey, Ben, Bruce, R2, and JJ. Question, Zach, did you make it to Music Fest? I didn't see you yesterday. I was keeping an eye open for him. I did run into one buddy of mine, so a concert promoter that's actually an hour east of me. He was up there to watch, because there's an all-day and all-evening free concert as well, along with the Music Fest. Like Richie Kotzen played a set, Biff Naked, Kim Mitchell. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Kim Mitchell, and formerly of Max Webster before that. April Wine did a set. Big Wreck did a set. Yeah, it was amazing stuff.
Hi, Dave. Byron.
Hey, Byron. Dave. Thanks, buddy.
Curtis asks if anybody knows if Steve Andersen, how he made out on his guitar repair.
We don't. I haven't watched the Late Show yet, so I have no idea.
I haven't either.
Last I know is they went live. What, Thursday night? That was, I think, the open call.
You watched the whole thing, I think.
Yeah, I was there.
Yeah, I watched it. He didn't say anything about it. I don't know if he got that resolved. I know he was talking about this little part here.
That's right, and that's because I was texting back and forth with him, and I found it online for him and sent him a picture of the insert and how much it is, so that off the Floyd Rose, so so he can have a little more insight. Yeah, I don't know I don't know the end result.
Yeah, I don't know if he used the epoxy, or I don't know if he filled it in and then
because you got to think those inserts are in there for a reason. See, if it was just screwed directly into the wood and you go and strip it, you screw up the whole body because you got to somehow fill that and fix it to be able to drill into it again. If you spin it and the insert breaks, you can replace the insert. So it's kind of like a failsafe.
Yeah, that's what that 1984 came with. It came with those wood screws. But I'm not going to put them in my guitar. They already have the ones that already the inserts in there. And they have those grooves in there, so when you actually push that in, it should make a good grip on there. But yeah, I guess when he tightened it up, I don't know if when he overturned it, this thing spun in there and it's probably stripped the wood.
I'm thinking maybe he cracked the insert too, possibly, and that's because he says he can't get it out. Like when he tries to pull it out, it's like stuck in there. And I think if the plastic cracked and pushed out,
it probably broke right inside.
Yeah, right, exactly. So that's probably I told him to try to take off the Floyd Rose, put the screw halfway in, grab the screw and give it a pull on it and see what kind of
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll pop right out like that, Bruce.
That's what I was thinking, but I don't know if you took my advice.
Yeah, and then just tap, get a vice grip or something and just tap it underneath and pop it out.
Right. So I don't. Yeah, but I have no idea what he plans, how he's, what his system is, what he's doing.
But once it's set in place, it's just the screw height which is adjustable. So whatever it goes back in, it's going to be a permanent fix. So that epoxy or Gorilla Glue or wood glue,
not
that sucker in. No, you need to make up that space. So just
that was the other thing.
Sucker in there.
You got to be careful because also when those inserts are glued in there by factory, they're probably glued in there with a certain maybe pound of pressure so that they will pop and not ruin the body when they give, possibly. Or I could be wrong, and it could just be makeshift, throw it in there, and if it works, it works.
Yeah, they may not be glued. I don't know if they're glued. They may just be hammered in there, and kind of just the extension of the wood holds it in place.
Right.
Yeah, but see, that's kind of weird because I remember him saying in the video that when he was diving on the bar that he would actually feel this popping out. Was it the actual?
I'm going to interrupt the conversation here briefly, guys. We have a video message from Rich as to what the problem is that's going on. He's not going to be able to join us. It's hooped. It's hooped. But he's going to join us in the chat here.
Tell him he has to come over.
Exactly what I was thinking, Bruce. Exactly what I'm like. Cruise over,
unfortunately,
dude. Right here.
Steph's at work. She has the vehicle, and she's working till midnight, so that's not an option.
Oh, well.
And he lives 10 miles away.
So me, JJ, and R2 will hold down the fort, and you go
and I go pick him up. Yeah, but then I have to drive his ass home too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Don't you have Uber up there?
No.
Yeah, right. You were.
We're in small town Ontario, dude.
Nobody's Uber over there.
That's a business opportunity right there, man.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys run into Zach Thong at the?
No, we didn't. We didn't see each other. He said Richie Kotzen was awesome. Yeah, I was checking out some of Richie's set too.
Oh, Zach, you missed him.
Yeah, I'm just waiting until I see Rich in the chat. Then I'm going to play the video.
We got Mr. David Nesdahl in the chat.
Yeah, we have a 27-second video here.
What's going on, Mr. Dave?
Trenton Uber. I want a live stream of that. I bet you would, Mayhem.
Uber. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
awesome.
Curtis asked you a question here, Ben. Says, hey, Ben, you met George Lynch. Did you chat with him for a bit or just see him in a passing?
Kind of both, if it makes sense. Like, he was on his way to the meet and greet, I guess. Rich got corralled into the Sabian cymbal booth somehow, and the guy was giving him the full-on sales pitch, and he couldn't walk away. Meanwhile, I'm not interested in cymbals. Was he hitting
China Boys?
Yeah, kind of. And so I'm like, I look over my shoulder because I'm bored, and I'm like, hey, there's George Lynch. So I walked up, and literally, I think I said one or two sentences to him. He said something to me. I said something to him. He said something to me, and that was kind of the whole thing. So 20 seconds, I guess. It was more than just a hi, you're cool type thing. Like, I didn't even bother taking a picture at the time. His people are around, and I realized there's a meet and greet. There's a couple hundred people lined up to meet him. I shouldn't be monetizing him or anything.
Oh, wow. Hey, Dave Byron has a question. He was wanting to know if he was asking me and you R2, but the problem is I never messed with it enough to have a problem. But I was wondering if you had any problems with the locking saddle getting stuck and can't get the string out.
Can't get the string out. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I haven't had enough string changes on the Wolfgang to worry about that. So, yeah.
Well, I think I know what he's talking about. The funny thing is I have the part right here.
Oh, there we are.
Man, that's timing.
That's so weird. I was just looking over at my Floyd. I got a
give me a sec there. I'm gonna
German Schaller Floyd Rose that I was taking parts from it. Dave Nesdahl's here too, so you can correct me if I'm wrong too. But I think what you're talking about is this the saddle. This is the saddle part, and there's a little string block in there, and I think the string block you may have tightened it too much, where it pushed the block into the string, and when you loosen this out, the string block doesn't pop out. It should pop out, but maybe just grab, I don't know, like a pair of pliers or some needle nose, just to kind of push it in.
You know what I'm going to do?
To see if you can move the block back.
So
just while you're doing that, I'm going to make Richie a moderator in the chat because he's in the chat for the first time ever.
Yeah, so. That should have been done. Well, I guess he's mostly on.
He's never in the chat.
Right. Yeah, I got you.
There we go. Yeah. Okay, so here's Rich's problem, folks. I'm going to move the mic as close as I can and make this full screen, so hopefully we can see it.
We got going on, Coombs. I can see about to join the. Oh yeah, look at that! Fucking, you got JJ, Bruce, Ben, R2R3 on the call. Oh shit, Richard wants in on this call. Join Hangout. Look at him, he's on the screen. Oh shit, there I am. Hey.
We want you in here, Rich. What are you doing? Stop messing around, boy.
That's funny, man.
And that's about as far as I get.
So there you go, folks.
Oh man, that's we're gonna have to get him sorted out at some point. Get him in here.
My friend Joe's coming over. He's a musician who plays with me, and we'll just have him here, and Richie can be the voiceover.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah. So Rich, anything you have to contribute at any time, obviously, buddy, contribute. So yeah, he and I, I was waiting kind of here, for Rich, and we'll talk about Music Fest. So Cosmo Music Store, just north of Toronto, they have a superstore. The thing's like the size of a car dealership or a Walmart or something. Plus, they had a whole huge outdoor tent with a bunch of vendors. Biggest presence right inside the door was Fender. Gibson was there.
Was
all the
awesome.
FMIC, like EVH, Gretsch, Charvel, Jackson. Peavey was there. Alesis, Roland, Korg, Yamaha. The boutique guys that had like Friedman, Tone City, Synergy amps. Keeley was there, obviously.
Let's hear about Keeley, man. Let's hear.
Wait, before you go to Keeley, because this story might be shorter than Keeley, is the Gibson. I want to know if you went and checked out the Gibson booth and remember all what's going on with them, and that they even just basically ditched NAMM altogether. So then, but they were here.
Hey, Marsman. Well, I think this is the first time Marsman's jumped in with us.
Hi, Marsman.
Am I right, Bruce? You know better than me.
Cheers.
Maybe second time.
First time,
Marsman's going to be. Okay, he's going to be a gear.
The first time I saw him was I don't think it was in here, was it? Richard, you got a wrench.
Right. Anyway. So yeah, we checked at the Gibby booth, as Rich said. They did have a presence. I'm trying to think. There was Gibson's. Like I didn't spend a lot of time in there. Was there even an Epiphone display, Rich? Like I can see if they had an Epiphone Casino, but I'm thinking like, was there Epiphone Les Pauls or Explorers or anything like that? He did see the new Firebird, which was kind of interesting, a little different shape to it and stuff. What I didn't see at all was any full-on hollow bodies. Like they had a semi-hollow body, and even in the store. Now, granted, I think a lot of the display stuff, because of the size of the event, I think they took a lot of stuff out of the store and put that out to the booths. Because it's a major store, they can do that, right? Like, why would you ship up?
They do have some 2018 335s out.
Oh yeah, the stuff's out there.
there.
And like we went in, they had like a platinum room in the store. For instance, so there was half a dozen Fender custom shop tellies, for instance. So Fender would need to ship a custom shop telly up from Corona because they can just pull one off the rack, and display that, right? Yeah, the Slash Anaconda LP, the Cheesy SL, and an acoustic. There you go. That was the Epiphone presence. So they was there. They didn't have any Kramer or anything like that, but I understood because Cosmo Music doesn't sell Kramers. So there would be no point in them showing them off, right? For the most part.
Right.
Because it's tied in with a store. Is Kiesel old Carvin? Dave Byron says, yeah, Kiesel built Carvin guitars for Carvin for the last number of years before they folded the Carvin guitar brand. Kiesel and guitars are the same thing.
Top of the line right there.
Yeah, they're nice. Yeah, the Gibson booth, it was small. Like, it was just a single booth, whereas Fender had a double booth just for Fender, and then they did another double booth, and half of that, so EVH basically had a booth, and then the other half was your Gretsch, Jackson, and Charvel all lumped together. And they just had the one EVH rep there to look after all the FMIC brands, essentially.
No, well, EVH is going to get as much as their presence as they can to be solo. To be just them, you know what I mean? They're going to do,
like,
and they got the money to back it up. So I
was impressed for the fact that because the way I see it, EVH is just another brand under FMIC. Same as Jackson, Charvel. It's a name, it's a license, whatever you want to call it. But the fact that they had way more EVH guitars, and like presence than the others combined, or like about the same as the others combined, Gretsch, Jackson, and Charvel all had like say 4 or 5 guitars, whereas they had 7 or 8 EVH guitars, and really they only needed 2. Throw up a Wolfgang, throw up the 5150, and that's it.
Strip series or something.
They didn't have a Stripe series out.
No.
They just had the 5150. They had at least 3 or 4 Wolfgangs because they had the natural, the black and white stripe, the Jared Frost blue.
That was a standard.
Yeah, because there was 2 of them sitting on a table. And then I know the black and white was on the rack, and the natural was on the rack too, I think. And the one guy who was mining the booth was wearing an EVH shirt, as opposed to
Are they making
an FMIC.
Black, white, and red stripe one? The Wolfgang? Does anybody know? Does the EVH still making the black, white, and red?
I'd imagine. I don't know. They were really pushing the black and white because I guess that's new this year.
Yeah, and
the black and white special. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, and as you guys saw, Richie and I got our stripe on. I played my first Wolfgang, folks. I played my first Wolfgang. It's fully documented. Go back a few videos, folks. Wow, we got 24 people watching. I just noticed that.
Nice.
How awesome is that? Thanks, gang. If you're new to the channel, give us a subscribe and a like and all that fun stuff. Nesdal says, yes, they're still making it. There we go. Yeah. Awesome.
Hey, Ben, you said PV were there?
PV was there.
So did they have their versions of the Wolfgang there?
No, that's the one thing I was looking for.
That would have been nice.
Yeah, they had a few amps. I think a little bit of pro audio PA stuff. Hey, Quentin James. Who else? What else? Yeah, a couple of amps, a couple guitars. Like they had, kind of a Strat bodied, whatever it is. I guess it'd probably be an HP1 or something like that. But yeah, not a big presence. The biggest booth, actually, like if you figure, because Fender separated theirs into two separate spots, Fender and FMIC. Yamaha had the biggest presence. They had like 4 booths. Now, they also had a motorcycle in their booth, so that took up part of it. And they had pianos and guitars and all kinds, like they showed off the full Yamaha, electric pianos, drum kits, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah. Amazing event.
Any killer amps?
Oh, dude. So you probably noticed, JJ, I noticed this year a lot of booths at NAMM had Milkman amps in them.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And that was the amp du jour yesterday too. A lot of Milkman amps. And those sound killer. And
that's like a hand-wired Fender style amps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Hey, Michael Bishop is in the house.
Yeah.
Quentin James. What's up, Quentin James?
It's funny. We were wandering around a little later in the day, and there was a guy. It's called Boutique Amp Distribution. So he carries Friedman amps. He had a Tone City and some Synergy stuff set up. And I was walking by that booth all day, and the stuff, the sounds coming out of that booth were just phenomenal. And it was so cool because they had a little Friedman combo amp and a Friedman style Strat sitting there. And you could just walk up, pick it up. It was right at the front of the booth. Just pick it up and play it. Try it out, And so I was walking by, and the booth is completely empty. The sales rep isn't even there. So I'm like, screw it. I'm trying a Friedman guitar and a Friedman amp. I've never done it before. I'm going to try it. So turned on the amp, dialed in a tone, started ripping away, and Buddy walks up and he said, "What do you think?" And I was just like, wow. And he's like, "Well, you know who makes these guitars?" And I'm like, "Yeah, Grover Jackson builds these guitars." I said, "I'm aware." I said, "I watched Dave's show, Tone Talk." He goes, "Oh, you know Tone Talk?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know Tone Talk," and blah blah blah. Yeah, so we
rock on, Tone Talk.
Hey, Dave, do you want to jump in? He's just asking, how does one get into this round table? If you want to jump in, dude.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. So I started talking to him. I said to Rich, you got to try a guitar. I've known Rich for quite a while, but I don't know if he's ever played a guitar built by Grover Jackson. So I handed to him. So immediately while Richie's noodling away, I started talking up the sales rep, right? And he's like, "So who are you guys?" And I just telling him, we're a couple of YouTubers. We got a small channel, but it's growing all the time. And this is what we're doing, and we're just here to cover the event. So then immediately he hands me his business card. He goes, "Look, Tone King amps have just been released in Canada in the last couple of months. Can I send you some amps for you guys to do demos on? And, we can get it out there in social media."
Yeah, Ben.
Oh, yeah,
no,
Ben.
that's awesome.
And, it's
good
like,
for you, bro.
I feel like Phil McKnight. I feel legit. I really felt legit.
And congrats to Rich also.
Thank you.
Hello.
Hey, Dave.
Hello.
Hey,
what's going on?
What up, Dave? Awesome.
Just talking about my wild ride, Dave, yesterday. I know you had a busy day and your show.
Yeah.
Did you see any of the posts on Facebook, all the photos that Rich and I were posting?
I did. I did see some of them glancing Facebook yesterday. Yeah.
Insane. Just insane. Robert Keeley is, I can now consider a friend.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we probably talked on and off for an hour yesterday. To the point where he wanted to go over to the EHX booth and talk with John over there, their demo guy. Like, if you watch EHX videos, John does all the videos. He was there demoing stuff. And so Rich and I looked after the Keeley booth for like 15 minutes.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was trippy.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Keeley seems like a cool guy, man.
Very cool. I asked him if he's ever done a Google Hangout. He said no, but he'd love to try. So I'm going to be talking to him this week, but we're going to have him on for an interview, a hangout.
That's great.
Yeah, I know. Like Dave,
Hey Ben,
you know, you've been doing this for a little while.
You. David,
yeah.
David Nesdal.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, bro. It's
Hey,
an
man.
honor to be here with you.
Oh, it's just this is great. Yeah, I've been watching a lot of this show tonight, now.
Cool, man.
And man, you guys talk about some interesting stuff, and I was like, well, how do I get?
Hey, what's up, Dave? Killer to see you, man.
How you doing?
Very good. Awesome.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun to be here.
Yeah, this is the trippy monthly round table, Dave, where we'll have like Johnny will be watching, and Steve will be watching, Jay will jump into the chat too, and all of a sudden they're like, okay, we're usually the guys on screen. Meanwhile, R2, we got MrBHB, you know, myself, and we're doing this round table. That is. Believe it or not.
Except I think he's got his
Bruce is muted.
He's muted. He can't. Can he hear us? He's probably on the phone. Maybe.
He probably just stepped away from home.
Nothing coming out? No. I'll figure it out. Hey, everyone, real quick. This is my friend Joe.
Hey,
everyone.
Joe.
What's up?
Hey, man.
Yeah,
All right, guys.
He plays bass in the band, and he's like
excellent.
Bass in the band, but incredible. This is like Dave Byron as doppelganger. They don't look the same, but I'd love to connect those two. They do the same kind of thing, man. It's quite incredible.
Oh, sweet.
Oh, cool.
Joe's an incredible player.
Say hey to the world, Joe.
So now that I'm unmuted, I just want to say it's an honor, Dave. It's pretty cool.
Oh, come on. I'm just like one of you.
You are. Everybody's human, of course.
The only difference is I've been doing this for 3 years.
Yes.
I'm just a regular dude like the rest of you guys. Really. We're all the same. You know, that's one thing. I just have fun doing it. You know, it's not lining my pockets, but it's fun. Yep. This is fun stuff. And you know, I've met all these people, all of you people. I consider my friends, like all around the world. I was talking to my girlfriend the other day. Well, I talk to her every day, but we were discussing, like, you know, we don't have any friends that we really hang out with because all of our friends are all over the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, we got a great community here, man.
Thanks to the internet, and it's also a curse because of the internet. But you know, you don't have to find friends in the state you're in because you know it's so easy to make friends with everyone else.
Sure.
You know.
Yeah.
Well, it's like when I was talking
Dave,
to you, Dave,
sorry,
in the hangout when I wanted to come on the show for my birthday, because you know, you can't have, you know, I hang out with you guys more than I hang out with, like, other than Rich. You know, I don't hang out with people locally much anymore. Like you were just saying, these are my friends. You know, who do I want to hang out with on my birthday? You guys.
Yeah.
And
I talk to you guys.
It's funny how that happens.
Yeah, and then you know, if you want to have a pint or something, you don't have to worry about driving. And
you got Landon in the chat now.
Yeah, Lando.
Yeah, we got some people here, man. We got Blackie DH over here, and Showman Blues, and Lando.
All right.
What's up, guys?
I'm looking at a number below us on the Hangout. Okay. We've hit an official high on this channel of 28 viewers.
You did say below us, right?
Yes.
I think he said he wanted to blow us. No.
By the way, Bruce, nice Wolfgang, nice telly. Awesome.
Thank you, sir. Nice. There's more behind me, but Ben makes me move my camera over so I'm more centered.
Yeah, so you're centered. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it. No, I'm just.
No. You got to show the room. Yeah.
Well, with like, my body, you can't really show the room.
Yeah, but you got so many guitars, you can't hide them all.
I can't. I know. And next week there'll be a surprise. It'll be
impressive collection.
A new surprise next week.
Would that be because you were busy on Friday when we were chatting, Dave?
No. No, I'm trading one of my USA EVH Wolfgangs. I know what you guys are all thinking. How could that be? But when you have 9 of these things, you can let one go. But I'm picking up a new Strat that I just can't wait to get.
Oh man,
yeah, cool, man.
Very nice.
I'm waiting for my Strat right now.
Awesome.
Which Wolfgang are you getting rid of, if you don't mind me asking?
The natural,
the green one.
No.
What?
I have a natural flame top that's not on the wall. It's sitting on the rack here on the side.
Okay.
And the reason I did that is so I don't have to look at it and have remorse.
Well, yeah.
As far as I'm concerned, it's already gone, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's there. You just can't see it.
Well, Dave, I got to play my first Wolfgang yesterday.
Oh, cool. Which one did you play?
I played the black and white special.
Oh, nice. Oh, yeah, that's right. I saw
straight.
a photo of you holding it. Yeah.
Yeah. They plugged me into whatever the amp is, the black and kind of copper, black and gold.
That's the 50-watt EL34.
Yeah. Yeah. Through a 212 cab.
Right.
And that's Eddie in a box. Like, I get it.
They all are.
Like, and those guitars are so easy to play. You can't help but your speed goes up 10-15%.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so all of a sudden I'm just doing my usual licks, but I'm doing them 15-20% faster. So a few people have commented. We posted a video of me doing it yesterday, and people are like, "Wow, you're really shredding." And it's like, I don't know how I'm doing it.
I'll tell you how you're doing it. The flat radius board.
Mm.
Yeah, that's huge.
You don't have to climb over strings to get to the next one.
Yep.
It's
yeah,
right there.
and I love that decked Floyd. I could palm mute it. I could do whatever I wanted with that guitar.
It acts like a regular Fender tremolo. It just stays in tune.
Yeah, yeah, phenomenal.
So the question for you, Ben, is, was I right about the neck on that bad boy?
Oh my, I love that neck.
Would you?
The only thing I didn't like,
would you sand it?
I didn't like the big
leave
frets. I'd leave the neck alone, but I would definitely. I'm in like Jay Hannon's boat. I would want the vintage size frets. I think. Really? I haven't played one with it, but I did notice. I just find jumbo frets are a little bulky for me these days. Just because I've been playing my telly so much that I put my tellies away last week, and then went back to playing. I took a Les Paul into work. I got my jumbo fret telly at Rich's place for practice, and I'm trying to just get away from the vintage frets for a while for that reason. Because I'm really fumbling. Like, I picked up the Les Paul. I hadn't picked one up in a month. I had a hard time playing it. Like, I was really tripping over my fingers. I was like, I only took 2 days off from playing, but it was 2 days off plus a different scale guitar, and I was just thrown right off.
But you jam that for a couple of weeks, and you'd be digging it, you know?
Yeah.
Or you know what you can do if you don't really like the jumbo frets, and you want something a little different. If you did want something a little different, I would maybe go with the 6105s, which are still the thin size. They're the
it's like medium jumbo, right?
They're tall, but they're thin. So they're the width of a vintage fret, but they're taller.
Yeah, see, I don't like tall frets.
Feel it. You don't feel it all on your fingers.
Okay. Well, actually, I should try that. So
you probably like those new professional Strats then.
H5150 as well. That's a beast.
Yeah, the 5150 guitar. That neck is a little too big for me. It's too wide. Yeah. For me, I don't like an R3.
I think
I don't like an R3. Yeah, that's 1 11/16.
Yeah, we got footage of Rich just wailing on that 5150.
Finger tap
being hovered over by the sales rep because he just wouldn't put it down. So Dave Byron asked, "Hey Ben, what was the highlight of the fest?" On and off all day, to the point where we became such friends. It was so hot out. They had a cooler stashed, and they were giving us bottled water. And because the food trucks were running out of bottled water, it was so hot. And so, to do that, let alone minding the store, he felt fine leaving his gear with us and stuff. And like I said, we became friends on Facebook. We've been talking back and forth a bit. It's just surreal.
Showman, I'm drinking Samuel Smith's Oatmeal Stout. That's what I'm drinking, not Wild Turkey.
Straight out of the bottle.
So, I want to say to Dave, yesterday, I watched your Liquid Charlie interview when I got home last night, and I would say that was you and Liquid Charlie interview.
I love that guy. I got to tell you something. That
was awesome.
He is the most talented unknown guitar player I've ever met, and he is the sweetest guy on the planet. He really is. I mean, he after the show, he texted me this message that warmed my heart. I can't, I'm not gonna go into the text, but it was so nice that he did that. It was just, he didn't have to do any of that. We had fun, and it was just, it was a fun thing. We wanted to get his name out there, and man, Charlie, not only is he a talented guitar player, but he is just a sweetheart of a guy.
He's genuine.
Yeah. Loved it.
Yeah.
And you went out to see Pete play last night?
Yeah, Pete's band was amazing.
Yeah,
it was so loud though. I got to tell you, he used a 100-watt Van Halen head, stealth head with a 412 in this little shoebox of a place.
Yeah.
But that's what he has. He loves
it, man.
That's the amps he has. But
like Eddie
it was like listening to a real concert. It was amazing, and the band was on. They were so good. I have nothing but amazing things to say, and hanging out with Rob Johnson and Craig Stofko, which is Guitar Wannabe. Desiree was there.
Yeah,
she looked like she had a blast.
Pete's girlfriend was there. I call her his wife, but they're whatever. But and it's a town away from where I live, so I knew some people there. The food was great. The music was great. The whole night was great. It couldn't have been any better. It was really just
awesome.
It was off
love
the
to
hook.
hear that.
The music
love to hear
was
that.
fantastic.
Nice.
And Pete played his rear end off. He was like, "Can I curse on this show?" Or is
not
this
normally, but you
normal thing?
We usually do Johnny Bean rules, but if one slips out, it's okay.
Okay. Because I mean, sometimes I curse, and I get a slap on the wrist by Johnny, but oh, there he is. Oh my God! Don't do that to me.
You can't say that here.
And we'll put it this way, Dave. After what Johnny did on the marathon last weekend, you can pretty much have carte blanche because Johnny took over the show. And let's just say Johnny Bean should not be allowed to have a David Lee Roth soundboard. That's all I'm saying.
Holy crap! Yeah.
If you want to see it, go back a week. But R2 timestamped it for you. So you don't have to watch all 6 hours.
So funny.
Yeah, we did 6 hours. And we started at 10 at night.
Me and JB did 6 hours.
Oh, that was crazy, man.
When we first started. When we started that thing 4 years ago, we would do marathons, the two of us, and by the time we were done, we couldn't talk anymore. Just couldn't physically talk anymore.
Yeah, I had Michael Smith on, and he said, "So what are we doing?" I said, "It's just the two of us, but if somebody wants to jump in, we'll allow it. Keep it open, keep it friendly." We started at 10 p.m. here Eastern, and I said, "We'll go an hour, maybe 2 tops." We went 5 hours and 45 minutes. I ended up having a total of 6 different people on with me. Michael was there. R2 jumped in. We had Ed Dana jump in for a while. Mitch Heyman jumped in for a while. Fun. And then for the last hour or so, Jay and Johnny, who were both up, because Jay kept jumping in every hour or so, just in the chat going, "You guys are still on?"
You can't believe we're still on.
Right.
And by the end of it, you know how it gets too late and Johnny can't talk anymore.
Yeah.
So it got to the point where he's using the David Lee Roth soundboard to answer yes or no questions. And then he's sending me Facebook messages for me to read off on the air on his behalf.
I timestamped a bunch of stuff on there. Well, Johnny did say to please timestamp the video, your favorite part. So there's a couple of them on there for me. So
that's very funny.
Just click on those timestamps, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that video's got like 350 views. It was crazy, Dave. Like it really felt good as a small channel when the Tone King is on the same time you are, and you're still pulling 15, 16 viewers.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
and then
I know. You got to. scratch and scrounge for every viewer you can. And, you know, when you can do that against someone as big as Tone King.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I got a question for Dave. Sure. You might be able to answer this because earlier we were talking about it. Steve Andersen having the problem with the insert on his guitar. I don't know if you got to hear it.
You said he said it was all because of this thing, man. It was because he installed this 1984 Floyd Rose. No, I'm just kidding. Well, it is the 1984 Floyd Rose.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the insert problem he had, I just want to know if it was solved because I was texting with him for a little bit.
I don't know. I don't know what the problem was, but I can tell you probably what it is just because I've done it for so long. When you over tighten those little inserts,
they crack, don't they?
They crack and they expand in there. And
that's what
expand. You can't get.
Okay.
What?
Right.
Yeah.
So, what do you, Dave? What do you think? What was slight when he said he was diving down on the bar or pressing down on the bar? Was it the actual screw that was going in and out, or was it the actual insert?
Oh, is it? What do you mean? The D-tuner? Is it the D-tuner one? Does it have a D-tuner on it?
That I don't know.
No, I don't know.
I don't understand what the question was. You know what?
Let me answer him, Dave. Because I asked him the same thing on text, and I got the text back from this was like the other day. Yes, it was a little bit of the insert was coming up because I asked him that because he was saying he couldn't get it out, and I was like, "Does it come out at all, or is it not?" You know what I mean? So I asked him and I think it was kind of stuck in there, but because of the leverage you get with that handle, when you push down on that tremolo bar, it's because it's on the top part, it's pulling out a little bit. He said, and so my thought is
the actual. It's the insert that holds the Floyd on.
Yes.
Now, is he using a screw or is it the insert?
I think he's using one of these.
Okay. Well, the problem is you got to glue those in because they don't. If you just stick them in, there's a lot of force on those strings.
Yeah.
So if you're not gluing them in, they're gonna come out.
But his is now free and he can't remove it.
Yeah. Because I think, like you said, not only did it come unglued, but I think he also cracked the insert itself, and it got stuck in there now. So
it's wedged in there now.
These are the actual wood screws, right? That would go on a floor.
Yeah, he should have ordered the body for the wood screws instead of the inserts. I always use the wood.
Right.
I can tell just by looking at those suckers with that rough, coarse thread. That's the way to go.
Now the problem with the screws is if you have one guitar or if you're a one guitar user. After a while, the screw holes are going to get bigger, and those screws are going to pivot forward.
Or they're going to wallow out,
And so what you have to do is you have to take them out, dowel the holes, re-drill new ones, and put them back in.
Right.
And that's only if you use one guitar. But if you have more than one guitar, you can use it, use them for 30, 40 years and nothing will happen. But if it's like, like Eddie Van Halen used the 5150 guitar for roughly 6 or 7 years as his only guitar every day, one guitar for however many hours a day. And it still has the same screws in it and the same Floyd Rose on it to this day.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I'm just going to give some shout outs here.
There are little cracks in the wood of the body there.
Right.
But in all the newest photos that I've seen of that guitar, all the recent photos, as far as I can see, the posts have not pivoted. That you could still use that guitar; it should still stay in tune.
Nice. See, we've got Terry's GG&G in the house. We got Frank Corcoran. See Matthew Stewart as well. Awesome. We're up to 32 viewers.
That's awesome.
If you don't mind, guys. Yeah, that's like almost half your numbers there.
Let me get on YouTube, on the YouTubes, and
pop the chat up.
Yeah, let me see if I can. Where was it? This is under your. Is this under yours, Ben?
Yeah, it's on my channel. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Awesome. Yeah, let's see here. Yeah, and if I miss anything in the chat, guys, just ask again. So, I do miss stuff sometimes. So.
Hey, Dave.
There's Michael Smith just popped in.
It was cool to see you out with Rob.
Yeah, it was cool to be out with Rob. You know,
Hey, Blackie.
we enjoy each other. We're like buddies. You know.
Yeah.
It's fun to be out with him.
That's cool.
You know, he's generally, you know, just a fun dude. You know, when he comes on the show, we bust each other's chops and all, and you know, but we actually really like each other. It's all good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Well, that's it, like-
you guys.
It's like when I'll be in the chat, or even if I'm on your show, Dave, and you know you'll bust my balls a bit here and there, and
Yeah,
you
well,
know, and
see-
we'll get off the air, and you're like, if I said anything, I'm like, no, dude, because that's when I know Dave likes me.
That's right. Well, you all have to understand. I am from New York, and I'm the classic New Yorker, big mouth, bust everyone's chops, but I mean no harm.
Yeah.
And sometimes I stick my foot in my own mouth.
Yeah, it's all
But
great.
But it's all fun.
But you know, if I'm making fun of you, I like you. If
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of you, I don't know you well enough to like you.
Right.
Nice.
You know, it's just that way. If I'm quiet, it's probably that I don't know you, or you know, we're not friends. But
Yeah.
if I like you, I'll bust your balls all day.
Just
And,
like Johnny.
and I expect my balls to be busted back. I expect I expect
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You know, I love it. I don't get mad. Me and Johnny, we're at each other's necks all day when we talk to each other, and we
Sure.
could be closer friends. You know, it's
Yeah.
just it's what it is.
Exactly.
I know
Of course, I
sometimes-
haven't seen him.
Sometimes it looks like I want to kill the guy, and I don't. It's all an act. That's all.
Well,
an act.
I will say one thing about him, because we were cornering. I remember we were cornering him. You know, like he's always like, "Oh, I've got all this stuff going on," and you're always saying, "Well, what stuff? Like, tell us what the stuff is."
Oh yeah, no,
And I know-
no, that's for real. That's for real because you know sometimes it's like wow, 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 and I'm like, dude,
Oh, I know, but this,
what do
see,
you
this
do?
is the funny
Come
part.
on.
I go live randomly. Like, I'll go live up to 4 or 5 times over the course of
Hey,
a week,
David,
and every
check
time I
out
go
Michael
live,
Smith's comment.
you have to bust onions if
That's
you're from
right.
New York.
That's right, Michael. You know it.
Yeah. So, like, no
What's
matter
up, Michael
what
Smith?
time of day
Yeah,
I'll
Michael.
go live, and in a 28-minute span of going live, Johnny always pops in. So I'm like, you're not that busy, dude. Because if I'm live, you jump in and say hi. So
Yeah.
Look,
It's
if you
all
want
right.
to bring Johnny into the chat, just somebody go pick up their Wolfgang and show it on the camera. He'll all of a sudden he'll be on.
yeah, it's like he knows.
Yeah, there you go.
His Wolfgang radar kicks in.
Yeah, yeah.
It's awesome, man.
I tried to play EVH Star guitar yesterday, but it was out of reach in the guitar shop. They had the guitars 5 racks high.
Whoa.
Those things,
insane.
they're pretty cool. You know, I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan of weird shaped guitars. I know I have one right here, but it sits on that wall. This shark thing, and I'm actually looking to get rid of that. You know, if anyone knows anyone that wants it,
The star or the shark?
the shark,
Shark.
my shark. I
Really?
yeah. I'm over that guitar. It's great, and it's an exact replica. It's all there, but
Hey, there's
I
Caleb.
just can't. I don't play standing up, and really the only way to play that guitar is standing up.
I never even thought about that. Yeah.
It's very tough to play sitting down, and although it sounds and looks amazing, I ain't got no time for that.
So if Rich is still in the chat, Rich, what do you think if I got Dave's shark guitar? Am I allowed to play that in the Honey Badger outfit?
I shouldn't be laughing. Sorry, man.
Dude, you would rock that guitar, Ben, for sure.
Caleb, what's up, man?
What's
I'm
up,
curious
Caleb?
about that. Yeah, and we got Joe
Oh,
Hickey in the
Caleb's
house.
here. By the way, hello everyone in the chat. I'm sorry if I didn't say hello to everyone, but hello. It's so tough.
Yes, everyone.
Hello to
You
everyone.
said, actually, Dave, I remember reading it. You said hello all when you got in the chat to everybody.
Yeah, that's a blanket statement, but you know,
I know, but you're covered.
Then everyone individually says hello to me, and I'm like, I have a lot of time.
Yeah. Sorry if I missed
Well, it's like you
anybody,
said,
man.
Dave,
I got David
we're
Nesto
all
on
just
here.
guys. Yeah, we're
Did
all
you
just
shout
guys,
Terry
but
out?
you've been doing it for 3 years, so you jump into a chat, it's like a rock star enters.
Exactly. Yeah.
You have a great rep, and I think that's what like we're family, right? So
Well,
it's like,
thank
hey,
I appreciate that. Believe
Cousin
me,
Dave
but
just showed up.
again, you know,
Yeah, Dave.
I'm just a normal dude.
yeah,
That's it. Just a normal dude. But I appreciate it. Thank you. It's
More
nice
than
to be.
welcome.
It's nice to be welcomed.
yes.
Oh, definitely.
Well, anytime, dude. If like anytime we're doing a group hangout, if you jump in, you got an
Just
open
text me.
invite.
Just text me. The worst I can say is I'm a little busy.
That's true. That's true.
I may have to ask the boss, but you know, usually she doesn't mind.
Well, Des has an open invite too. We love Dez's cameos.
She's relaxing.
Hi, Desiree.
We're celebrating. We're celebrating because we just got all of her stuff from her house out of storage, and we are now putting her stuff in our house, in this house.
Nice.
So it's becoming our house, and it's
good.
She's now relaxing on her couch.
Me and Jen went through that. I had to incorporate all my stuff together so that it becomes us instead of just one person in the other.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice.
I hear you. I hear you.
Pretty soon we'll see some flowers around that candy apple red Wolfgang there, Bruce.
No. I wouldn't go that far.
I'm kidding.
I don't know.
Very nice. Very nice. So, R2, you got some new stuff. Did you want to show something off here? You know, we're an hour into this. We should probably show something.
It was it was just that Floyd Rose.
Okay.
It's that Floyd Rose with the R2 nut.
Oh, cool. Where did you pick that up?
I bought this actually from Guitar Center. I had a 15% coupon. I was going to buy an original Floyd Rose, but then when I did the math and it was 15% off of this, it turned out to be the same price. So why not? I mean, if it's got the big brass block and
it's
I love the look of the brass tuners because I have an old Schaller that I wore off playing so much that you can actually see the brass from it from my old Floyd. So
now, did they have that in stock, or did they order that from you? For you?
No, it was in stock. They had it in stock. It was ready to roll. I got it within. It was in stock 2 days. I got it.
Oh, so you got it from GuitarCenter.com, not from an actual store.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was from online. Yeah, I wanted to use the coupon. It was about to expire, and I was looking through. I typed it in just to see what would happen, and it came up, and I was going to order the original Floyd Rose, like I said, but then I saw this, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's in stock, and I wanted an R2 nut to go on my Wolfgang, because I want to replace the, I don't know what kind of nut it's on the standard Wolfgang, so I just rather put if it's a German
It is
Floyd
an
Rose.
R2, yeah. It's an R2 on a standard.
Yeah, it's an R2, but I just don't know what kind of, the quality of it. Like, I don't know if it's like a German...
They're okay as long as you don't over tighten them because the steel is a little bit softer.
That's what I thought.
But it's okay.
Yeah, I'm going to replace it anyways. I mean, if that came with it, I'm going to put it on there. I'm going to put this 84 Floyd Rose on my Music Zoo Charvel. I have a natural series from the Music Zoo, and it came with the original Floyd Rose, and I'm going to put that 1984 on it.
Awesome.
It kind of comes with a brass knob, and it'll match perfect.
Mitch,
awesome. I see Mitch. Mitch, welcome. Good to see you, buddy.
Hey, Mitch. And I also, for another coupon, I ordered a Fender. What do you call these?
I was going to say, I thought that was something else.
Is that the tech bench?
Yeah, it's basically the little rollout mat that you can place your guitar on there.
Nice.
And
yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah, those are nice.
Hey, Fender
50%
Guru.
off coupon, why not?
Fender Guru, yeah, the show was great last night.
Fender says bomb.
Yeah, that was cool.
And let's see here, guys. If you haven't checked out Caleb Rapoport has episode 2 of Caleb's Guitar Leads posted. If you don't know his channel, click on his name, or I believe there's a link down below under the list of my friends. I believe his channel's listed down there as well. So give it a look. I haven't got around to it, Caleb. I've been so busy, dude. I've barely been home since Friday.
That's an awesome video, Caleb.
Yeah,
cool
I'm looking forward to it.
Just so you guys know, John Levin is one of my favorite guitar players. John Levin is the guitar player, the regular guitar player in Dokken. Right. He was a Long Island guy. He was in a band called Devious in the 80s and maybe even into the early 90s. I can't remember. But awesome guitar player.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
That guy can rip, man.
Very cool.
Nice.
Well, let's see. I did pick up a couple things at Music Fest yesterday. Nothing major, but our good friends at Levy's, if you know Levy straps at all.
Yeah, the leather straps.
Ironically enough, so the event yesterday is the replacement for MEAC. Don't ask me what MEAC stands for, but it's basically Canada's equivalent of NAMM, which folded a few years ago, and Cosmo Music is trying to bring it back. So ironically enough, I picked up this pinup girl strap yesterday from Levy. Rich bought the exact same strap 10 years ago at a MEAC show. Now, with our lovely pricing in Canadian, this costs roughly $30 US for a nylon strap, $40 Canadian. So I said to the guy, what can you do for a poor YouTuber? And the fine folks at Levy, he said, well, I can't do anything on the price, but he gave me a free hat, free Levy t-shirt, and a pick purse as well. And I figured, you know what? Those 3 items are well worth over $40 retail. So thanks to Levy. Great guys.
Nice, man.
Nice. Awesome.
They really hooked me up. And then
That's
while
what I was trying to read your hat, man. I didn't know what that was. I thought it was the New York Yankees. Now I see it. Yeah.
And then while I was in line, I saw this really cool vintage-looking Gretsch trucker cap. So I picked that up as well.
Cool.
Now I just need the guitar to go with it.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, got those items yesterday.
You're going to get a Gretsch?
Oh, dude, I've been lusting over a Gretsch for 25 years.
Now, which model do you want?
I think Terry's having an episode.
I don't know, something like in the form of a country gentleman, but it doesn't need to be a full-on country gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
But something like, a single cutaway, hollow body.
6120?
Yeah, 6120.
Nice.
Yeah, I kind of had a 6120 there. Well, when we all first met, back in January, a buddy of mine found one for me in Nova Scotia and bought it for me. And I was sending him payments, and then he was going to bring it up about this time of the year. But he started playing it every day, and I sent him a payment, and he didn't cash the e-transfer. And I was like, dude, what's up? And he goes, I don't know if I can bring this guitar to you. I've been playing it every day. It just speaks to me. And I said, okay. I said, well, I'll tell you what, buddy, just send back the money that I paid you for whatever and keep it. It spoke to you. You should own that guitar.
That's very nice.
He's like, are you sure? Well, he knew I wanted it, but I was like, no, dude. Like, and we got it. Like, was it the offshoot? It was a Korean built. They retail for 1,300 Canadian, so $1,000 US about. We picked it up and it was like new condition for, I think, just under $600. So it was a really sweet deal. So
cool.
Nice.
Well, the cool thing about them is they're like Doritos. They'll make more.
Cool range.
See, Zach says, Ben, I tried out a PRS guitar for the first time yesterday. What is the left-handed maple neck PRS guitar that the guitar was amazing? I thought that was a double cut 594. I know what he's talking about because for those who don't know, Zach Thong was at the same event I was at yesterday.
Oh, cool.
We didn't meet up, unfortunately, but that was a left-handed 594, I thought.
594.
I'll be honest, I don't really know my PRSs, but it seems to me that's what it was. Rich picked up the, what do they call it? The private stock PRS. Ooh. It was the retail price was 1,500 Canadian or 15,000 Canadian.
Yeah, I was going to say
15,000. Yeah, that sounds about right.
If it's a private stock.
Dennis, my buddy,
private stock.
who used to be my roommate. He's got 3 of them. He's working on his 4th private stock.
Wow. No, he's not your roommate anymore.
No, God, I can't have a male roommate with a girlfriend here. Can't do it.
Hey, I know how big your place is, so I couldn't tell you. You know what I mean? You get out. Yeah.
Dennis is cool, man. I used to watch Dennis on the Music Zoo videos.
On the orange couch.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's another fantastic guitar player.
Beyond phenomenal. Those videos that you sent me, Dave, I showed them to my parents, right?
And those are gems. Those are little hidden gems. Those are the videos.
I love the video you guys did when he was playing on Rob Johnson's Steinberger.
Oh, the Steinberger?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah. He's like, oh, let me see that little toy. And he
I love it.
Played it like it was like he'd been playing it forever.
Yeah.
Incredible.
So funny. So what else we got?
Hey, Michael B. How you doing,
Michael B's in the house. He says not to go 6 hours again this week. Yes, that's a song. I was just looking up a song. So just getting back to Dennis for a sec. Him and another gentleman were playing Parlor Martin guitars at the Music Zoo. And he did a cover of Don't Think Twice, It's All Right.
Yep. I've seen that one.
I showed it to my parents because there used to be a huge folk festival here in Toronto in the late 60s through the mid 80s called the Mariposa Folk Festival. My dad was the head of transportation. My mom was the head of hospitality. And they had a who's who of musicians coming through there year to year. And I always heard about all these jam sessions because they would have like, the ballroom of the hotel just for registration and stuff. So at night, there would be a huge jam session. And I always pictured that's what it was like, these folky environments, with a thumb pick and exactly what Dennis had played, playing Dylan songs like that. My dad looked at it and he went, yep, that's exactly how it was. My mom got teary-eyed, and then she also said, that's a good-looking gentleman.
Yeah, Dennis, gotta love him, that big head.
Great guy, though. Yeah, so if anyone of you have any other questions in the chat, definitely feel free to ask away. If you guys have anything to contribute or ask, feel free to ask away. Yesterday's been a blur for me. I've already forgotten half of, just the surrealism. I was telling the guys earlier, I ran into George Lynch, got to talk to him for briefly, 20 seconds or so. I went outside to grab a drink and met up with Doug Aldrich, talked to him for a few moments.
Really?
Very cool.
I got a selfie with him at least. Really cool guy. Who else did we run into? Kim Mitchell was there.
What's up, Mark Taylor?
Thing. Hey, Mark. Good to see you, brother. Who else? Man, yeah, just a blur. Like John from Electro Harmonics there. I've been watching his gear demo videos for, I don't know, a decade or more, it seems. And he's there demonstrating the new EHX Oceans 11 reverb pedal, which they've just been promoting this week. And it was surreal in the fact that I think it was around like 9 o'clock Friday night, Rich shared the demo in the Facebook group. And here we are 12 hours later watching him demo the same pedal. And so I filmed him demoing it a bit. And then he agreed to do a little shout out for us, which I created a channel trailer now for new visitors to the channel. And we have John doing a shout out. And then Robert Keeley, a little impromptu little shout out deal as well. Mm-hmm. So you guys should check it. Robert Keeley was hilarious in that. So if you guys,
it's a little looking forward to more video footage being put up on your site. I mean, I think I've got everything up. You got everything.
I think everything's basically up. Yeah, we did more photos, and the idea was we used the Facebook group as our platform because the Wi-Fi was terrible, and neither of us had much data on our phones, so we couldn't go live too much. So that's what we would do. We went live for a couple of minutes here, a couple of minutes there, just kind of give you guys a little update and said, check the Facebook group. And I think Rich uploaded, 50, 60 photos, and I did 20 or so myself. There's more photos to go up too of various guitars and stuff. Right. A lot of eye candy. Like when I was in the Platinum room, I was checking out a bunch of Sir guitars, Fender Custom Shop stuff. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, cool. and yesterday I went there, and all I wanted, it's like, there's the new 2018 Les Paul Standard. I'm not picking it up, but I was picking up a Custom Shop 59 replica because that's stuff I'm never going to own for the most part. So I wanted to play nothing but guitars I've never played. Yeah.
What did you think of that Friedman guitar? Was it one of the Relic series?
It was. I played a couple of them. I played their Strat style and their Telly style. Neck was a little big for me. Very rounded. 50s neck.
Yeah. Beefy neck. Yeah.
Richie loved them, but I like a really small neck. So, but they played amazing. And, I'll say Grover Jackson knows how to build a guitar. That's for sure.
Yeah.
The Strat one, was it a regular Strat or was it their what they call a Cali with the Floyd Rose and 2 humbuckers?
HSS configuration.
Did it have a Floyd on it or standard trem?
I think standard trem.
Okay.
If Rich is still in the chat, I think Rich might have left the chat, but he'd be able to clarify because I only played it for a couple of minutes through a Friedman amp. Wow, amazing! And that's when I was talking to the sales rep. And Dave, are you familiar with Tone King amps?
Sure.
Okay. They just started selling them in Canada in the last couple of months. And all I said was, yeah, we're a couple of guys here covering this for YouTube. Immediately, I get handed a business card, and he asked if he could send me a bunch of amps to demo. So
Cool.
I was like, I'm going to try to arrange it. I want to delay it a bit, and maybe get them at the end of July, because we have some gigs in early August, and I would love to play through a Tone King amp.
Just make sure that they're paying shipping back and forth, because you kind of get stuck with the shipping back to them.
Exactly. Oh, I loved it, Fender Guru. Loved it. The 5150, yeah, it was a great playing guitar too.
Hey, was there volume control there, Ben?
Nobody walking around or anything. Everybody was pretty aware of each other, I think. Like there was some security, but I didn't see anybody walking around with like a decibel meter or anything. Not like NAMM. There was no sound cops that I noticed anyways. And I turned up a couple of times. Like I didn't care, because we're at the point where I'd already talked to everybody I needed to talk to, did all the schmoozing I wanted to do. So it's like one of those, well, if they're going to walk me out, they walk me out, And so I wanted to hear how a Friedman amp sounded with some volume to it. And I did that.
Amazing. They're one of the best amps.
Yeah. I did look at a Dirty Shirley pedal yesterday under your recommendation, Dave. 300 Canadian, though. It was a little pricey for me. So
yeah, I wouldn't mind having one of those at all.
Yeah. I'm holding off
great
for now.
pedal. Great
pedal. But I'm going to see what Mr. Keeley sends up this way to try out, too. I tried his compressor. I get it. I totally get it. I tried the D&M drive. Again, I understand why it's one of the top selling, overdrive pedals. Phenomenal pedal. And it was amazing because Rich actually took a photo of me playing the Duesenberg. That was in the Keeley booth. And, and Keeley's behind me, right? And Rich did some caption, like, little did Ben know. And I was playing a little bit of licks and stuff, and I heard a little over my shoulder. Doesn't sound too bad. And I'm like, holy crap, it's Robert Keeley. And then I was doing something, and he reached over and he turned one of the pedals, one of the knobs, and all of a sudden I almost stopped playing, because I'm like, Robert Keeley's dialing in a tone for me on his pedals. Just the surrealness of it. And then we're talking and stuff, and man, and that Duesenberg guitar is possibly the best guitar I've ever played in my life.
Yeah.
Wow. No, it retailed for
cool. They're
$6,500. Yeah, hollow body, nice Eve balance. The tone was phenomenal. Like for what I play.
You want a good Gretsch, get the Duesenberg, because I tell you, they do the Gretsch thing really well.
Yeah. And I was playing through one of those Milkman amps at that booth.
Tell us more about those.
So they're hand built, kind of a Fender clone. They all look very. Most of them look like what they call like a brown face Fender of the early '60s.
Clean tone.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah. They take pedals really, like all the pedal guys were using them to run their pedals through.
All right.
We saw a few different finishes.
They're almost identical circuits to the original vintage Fenders, aren't they?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Unfortunately, there wasn't a rep selling Milkman amps, ironically enough.
I think they actually still they have the original that vibrato channel that the Brown amps had too, which is more like a univibe type sound. I think that they do that really well as well.
Yeah.
Dave Byron asked, so were you able to buy at this fest? Yes, because it was actually hosted by a music store. So it was exhibits, and basically everything available in the exhibits was available through the store. Like this store, it literally was the size of a good-sized car dealership, including the service space, because they have a huge rental and repair facility there too. They call it a superstore, and they weren't lying. It's in Industrial Park, north of Toronto. It was
we didn't have to walk miles and miles like at NAMM.
Well, it was a bit of a trek just to get there, because there was no parking within a quarter mile of the place, half mile. They did run a shuttle service, but because it's such a new industrial park, there was a lot of vacant lots, and Rich and I just cut through these construction zones, so we didn't care, So yeah, amazing event. They did an amazing job. The amount of people they were putting through there. We got there early, got our passes, and we were going out to the car every couple hours to sit down, because there wasn't really much place to sit, and there had to be a lineup of easily 1,000 people to get in the rest of the day, from noon on, because there was concerts going on until 10 p.m. It ended, and I think they were planning on 12,000 plus people coming through the place that day.
Killer.
Yeah. So yeah, live music all day. There was guitar clinics. We didn't actually hit either of the guitar clinics because that was an additional fee. And I didn't know, like, is it a guitar clinic where there's 100 people where I can't see what he's doing anyway, so I'll just wait. Like Richie Kotzen did a clinic. I thought, I'll just wait till he gets out on stage, and I'll watch him from side stage. So I got, pretty close anyway. So
was this only a one-day event?
One day.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I could not believe the amount of people they brought through there. The amount of celebrities, the meet and greets.
Yeah, I thought it'd be like a Saturday and Sunday event or something.
Yeah, like George Lynch is there for a meet and greet and doing a clinic, but he wasn't playing, for instance. What's his name? Bass player Tony Albisi, if I said that right. Tony Albisi? He plays like an 18-string bass on occasion. You see him at NAMM and stuff like that. He was doing a clinic.
Tobin Agassi or something.
Abbasi. Yeah.
Tobin Abbasi.
That's actually a guitar that he plays. He plays an 8-string.
That's it, Dave. Yeah.
8-string. Yeah.
Tobin Abbasi.
And Animals as Leaders is his band.
There you go.
Yeah, he was there doing a clinic, and wow, there was and that music store carried everything like in stock, even their woodwind and brass section. We went into one little room. Rich was playing an upright bass. I strummed a harp, just because when am I going to be around a harp? So I got a picture of me playing a harp. We're trying to play a harp.
Dry Heat 480 in the
Dry Heat's here.
Yes, it is.
Awesome.
29 people watching.
Yeah, Orlando. Yeah, it's in a weird location. It was okay for me because we live like a mile from the main highway, and it was literally you'd take it for an hour and a half to Toronto. As soon as you hit Toronto, you drive north 10-15 minutes. It wasn't bad at all. It's all major roads, so. But yeah, I was talking to somebody about that before.
Was it all free entrance?
Yep, free event.
Nice, perfect.
Bunch of food trucks set up.
Yeah, free entrance, but they expect you to buy a guitar.
Yeah.
They want you to, yeah.
And they did also have one of these like Wheel of Fortune things, like you spin to win, guaranteed 10% off on top of whatever their sales prices were. So
cool,
they had,
nice.
they had a whole bunch of they had the coolest thing, guys. They used to be at trade shows. There was always a clipboard. You sign your name for whatever the draw was for that booth, or you drop in a business card. These ones, they had these for our wristbands, had a little badge on them, and it was like the tap feature of your debit card type thing. So they had these little pedestals set up, and you just walk up and beep, you hold it over top, it flashes, you're entered into the contest. And every vendor had something giving away. Like Fender was giving away a couple of guitars. They had a Geddy Lee bass they were giving away, signed by Geddy.
That's killer. Yeah. I think Sinner has one of those. Sinner has one of those.
Yeah, but it was interesting. It didn't have the black block inlays in the maple fretboard. It had like a mother of pearl.
They have pearl. The new ones have pearl.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a new. So it's not old stock.
Cool.
PRS had an SE. They were giving away. Just all kinds of stuff. Like it was really, really cool. Some of the prizes and the people. There's tons of staff. Really easy. If you wanted to play something, there's somebody right there to help you out. Yeah. Kudos to Cosmo Music, folks. And I guess they did a thing the night before was a dealer only event, little schmooze and a dinner type of thing. And my buddy Sean, who sponsors the channel, by the way, ardensmusic.com, they had him up there to give a speech. So I just want to throw that out there. He was recognized as one of the top independent retailers, I guess, doing his thing. And he was recognized by a couple of companies. And
that was there on Saturday?
No, he was only there on the Friday. So, and ironically enough, I ran into his rep is also the rep for Keeley, but he does Outlaw Effects, which I don't think you guys see them much in the U.S. They're like just an affordable pedal company in the little micro-sized pedal, similar to a Moore or Tone City pedal, same ballpark. And so we were talking with him,
Donner,
and I told him, yeah, we've shot some gear reviews of his products, and he went, oh, really? I never knew about that. I said, well, I tag you in the stuff, not my fault. I'm sorry, And then we were saying how we actually use a few of their pedals gigging as well, and he was shocked. He's like, really? You use our pedals gigging? I said, yeah. He says, well, where do you get your stuff? And I mentioned Sean's name. He goes, oh yeah, because Sean's been selling his stuff since they've been on the market. He was one of the first retailers to carry them. And next thing I know, he's like, okay, I'm sending you a bunch of product to check out, as well as they want to be officially involved, possibly with Rich and me in some capacity, whether you want endorsement. I don't know what's going on there. It's crazy. So I should know more this week, guys. But I'm on cloud 9 as a YouTuber / musician today. I'll tell you that. Really blessed.
I don't blame you.
Good for you. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
Thank you.
Especially all the people that are offering all the gear for you to review. That's going to be sweet, man.
Yeah. Like I said, it's very surreal, and I think it's because we were the only people actively doing the YouTube thing at the event. And there was lulls, so you could talk to these people. It was great. So we'll see what happens.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And I feel like I'm bragging a bit in some way, but then again,
no, it's not bragging.
No, this is the forum. Yeah, these are my friends, and the folks in the chat. You guys.
This is not bragging. It's just it's.
You're
cool.
excited, man. That's cool.
I'd be doing the same thing.
It's funny. I will say,
when I get a new guitar player and show it to everyone, people think that I'm bragging, but I'm not. I'm just showing off.
Sharing the excitement.
Bring it on.
I think that was the funny part is I missed about an hour or two worth of sleep the night before. I was so excited to go.
Yeah.
And then last night I even got less sleep because I was just bouncing off the walls.
Yeah, I get a cloud 9. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah.
Well, really good for you, bro.
Thanks.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So, we've got some stuff in the works.
Bruce, what kind of telly is that on the wall?
It is a U.S. Professional 2017.
Why don't you show it, Bruce?
Let's see that up close, man.
Actually, I have a question about it that Dave, you might be able to help me with. So hold on a second. Let me actually give me a second. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick, and then on the way back, I'll grab it and I'll pop back on. So I'm going to shut my camera off, and Mike, I'll be back.
Sounds good.
All right, man. Hey, Ben, in the meantime.
Sure.
So, I don't know if Jay's watching. If you're not, you can watch in the replay. Remember, he was asking on the last hangout we had here about the Steve Vai Morley wah pedal. And if anybody ever tried one, so forth. But here's the one that I have. It's the
Bad Horsey?
Bad Horsey wah limited edition one. It's the one that has the... I don't know if you guys can
look
see
at that.
It's a patriotic one. So it's the original one that doesn't have the switch to click on. And it's an awesome pedal. I like it. And all I wanted to tell them is that the only problem I have with these things are these little rubber feet right here. They're on the bottom of the heel of the pedal. That's what I was talking about, that
they move around.
Loses they move around. Adhesive, depending on the heat or cold, they move around. So sometimes when you let go of the pedal, it's great to have an automatic wah pedal, but that little red light stays on sometimes. So sometimes you have to go in there and kind of adjust them. Yeah, I tried taking them off, and then all of a sudden it starts hitting the metal plate on here, and it makes a big clunking sound. And
you know what? I'll tell you what to do. Take the fur end side of Velcro and just put it on a small piece on the bottom. It's thinner.
The side of the top.
It's thinner, and you won't hear it anymore. It'll
Yeah, because I noticed when I was playing it, I took those feet off, and it would just every time I'd let go, you would hear this clunk.
Yeah. If you put a little bit of that, the fur side.
And I don't know if you guys have seen. We just saw it for the first time yesterday. Morley has released a mini wah themselves, so you don't have to deal with the huge footprint of a Morley anymore.
And I couldn't use this. I couldn't use a mini wah. Big feet.
It's not as small as the Dunlop Mini. It's like a 3/4 as opposed to a half.
Yeah, not like this thing. This thing takes up my gosh. This takes up a lot of real estate.
Yeah, I'd say it's like they're about 60-70% the size of a full-size one. Like it looked
great pedal, but too big.
Yeah, I tried the mini wah. I couldn't deal with it either, Dave. It was just too petite.
Yeah.
I mean, cool tones. It had good tones, but
And then Ben, here's that the Vox wah that Johnny and I were talking about. Look at that, man. Vox wah comes in a nice little package here, little carrying case.
Insane.
But Here's what it looks like there, Ben.
Oh yeah. Here, let me.
And it comes with a gray base plate, and it's the Clyde McCoy.
That's the Clyde. Yep, Clyde McCoy. That's a good one.
The V, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The Clyde McCoy wall uphill. This thing.
That's
rocks,
awesome, dude.
man.
Yeah, no
This is a great pedal here, Ben. If I let you try this thing, you would change your mind about all wahs sound the same.
What brand is that?
All I said, I didn't say all wahs sound the same. I said,
the box and
watching the documentary when they're building them side by side, the same guys are building them both. It was just put one logo or the other on them. All right, Bruce, I'm going to present you, and let's see that wonderful telly.
Bruce, let's see this.
All right, hold on a second. Well, I guess you could just have it. Probably let me take this off real quick because it'll probably be easier to handle. There we go.
Easy done.
Nice.
It's just a natural.
That's a nice piece of wood.
Yeah, nice and blonde.
Yeah, that's
nice
why I just blew me away. If you look at the patterns on it and then check out they just go all the way through. Like
that's sick.
Yeah. Well,
hey,
what
Ben,
I did,
you got to present Bruce.
Hey, turn it over again, Bruce. Turn it over again, Bruce.
Hey, Ben, present Bruce because.
Is that little center hole? That's not a neck adjustment, is it, or is that something else?
Yeah,
no, it is.
Tilt.
It is.
It's a tilt adjust. It's like a neck tilt.
Okay.
They normally play with like with a three bolt neck.
Yeah, in the 70s. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
Oh, I got you.
That's killer. Nice.
I might need to adjust it. That might be because I've tried a lot of other things. I haven't, except for changing the string. I'm getting a buzz on this that I'm not happy with. It's got the 3 brass saddles, the vintage style.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a dope guitar, man.
I have the ashtray cover. I had it on there. I took it off because of the problem I'm having with it, which is neat because this thing, when it's on, it actually is the perfect spot to slide your hand for muting when it's on. I was impressed with that because
you say it is coming from the bridge, right? The little buzzing.
It's coming from this saddle. It's the A string. That's why I was going to ask Dave.
Yeah, that's a lot of buzz.
Oh,
that's
I can hear it.
buzz.
Yeah.
And
it almost sounds like a sitar.
The other ones are fine. All the other strings, besides these two, I don't know if it's I don't know what the deal is.
Well, I'll tell you what. Do me a favor. Hold the guitar up. Hang on a second.
You want to see the action? Is that what you're talking about?
Let's see some action, bro.
Hold it up like this so that I can see it like this.
All right, hold on. Where? Let me see. Where's your picture at? Where are you at? He's got me presented.
Show the end of the
Hold it up kind of like that.
Oh, I got you.
Is that standard tuning, Bruce?
To your right. Come to your right a bit. Keep going. Stop.
Oh yeah, that one saddle's way down.
You can raise it a little bit, and the only other thing I can think of is it could be 2 bad strings, but it looks like, first of all, it looks like the string spacing is a little off.
I've been pulling. That's because I've been pulling it all around before we were going to go live, and then I just hung it up on the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't put it back. That's why.
Okay. Well, you can raise that. You can raise both sides a tiny bit.
Right.
That might do it. And if not, just change those strings. It might just be dead strings. It might, even if they're new, they could be. It's happened to me plenty of times where it's just not a good string and it buzzes. No matter what.
I've had problems on the Strat years ago, and I figured it out. It was sometimes when you feed the string through the little ball, the little end, if it's off at a wrong angle, sometimes it'll do that. And I don't know, and I would have to change the strings to figure that one out or loosen them up enough to do that. So I probably do need to raise it because I've been screwed with it. I was messing with it. I was.
Is that standard tuning, Bruce?
Yes. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And what gauge string?
These just have 9/9s.
9 to 42.
Worst case, Bruce, if you don't have it completely set up by GearFest, if you're willing to travel with the guitar, I can borrow Rich's radius gauge and check all that and take a look at it.
Well, I had a gauge. I just was. It wasn't a matter of. I don't know. And then I've also, because I never messed with the 3 saddles. Like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Just having the 3 brass saddles. I never messed around with that, so I didn't know if it had something to do with the 2 screws to mess with it.
Well, Quentin James has a fix for you. Just don't play that string. So just play it as a 5-string Kelly and open it.
Here's another thing that I will say, and most
don't play the A string.
Most people don't want to hear this because they don't. Everyone thinks that everything always has to be fixed.
Right.
The Telecaster is the most crude electric guitar ever built. And even though the one you have is kind of like the Ferrari of that crude guitar because it's the newest version of it,
right?
You're still only using the 3 saddles, and it's the same exact saddle.
No kidding. No kidding, dude.
Same exact saddles that's on this guitar.
Rough and ready.
Nice. I like it.
So
why do you think I replaced the bridge on my Telly?
Well, I mean,
you got to get the separate string saddles. Yeah.
And it's okay to have some buzzing. Guitars are going to buzz.
Yeah. Well,
especially Fenders.
If I want to play it clean without plugging it in, but if I plugged it in and I was playing live somewhere or something, you know what I mean? You wouldn't even hear that buzz.
Right. Well, that's all that matters is if you're plugging into an amplifier and it doesn't buzz, then the guitar's not buzzing. It's just it is what it is.
But I know, Bruce, it's annoying because it's there, and I've had a couple guitars that do that. And you try to adjust things and fix things, and you go,
as the years go on, as the years go by, it really you stop worrying about stuff like that.
You care less.
You really do. Yeah. I used to when I first. I mean, when I first
start having Floyd Roses that look like this because buzzing, you start taking them apart and
oh boy! But seriously, you can go crazy. You can actually go crazy, and then you're thinking, well, it doesn't buzz anymore, but now the action is 3 feet off the fretboard. It's going to be a happy medium where it's going to buzz somewhere.
That's a Guitar Center guitar.
It's wood and metal, and depending on the day. Depending on the weather, there's a lot of stuff depending. One day it could be playing amazing and not buzzing. The very next day, what happened to my guitar?
That's what happened. It was like fine, and all of a sudden, it's like buzz,
It happens. You pick the guitar up tomorrow. It might be a beautiful day out with some humidity, and you'll be like, oh wow, maybe I was wrong.
Gotcha.
Mitch Heyman has to head out, so
really
we'll
wouldn't go too crazy.
Mitch. Sorry to speak over you. Yeah. Mitch is headed out, so. Mitch out of Pennsylvania. Yeah, see Mitch start popping up on your show lately there too, Dave.
Oh, yeah, I saw that, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I felt really great. It was on that show where I've been hanging out on a few different channels and stuff and, meeting new people and then, and we got the links down below, and then it's like I'll jump in on the chat on Johnny's channel, and I'll see 3 or 4 names come over that are new, and I'm like, that's awesome because we're just growing the community that much more.
Yeah, people are.
Yeah, we would say everybody should be subscribed to everybody.
People absolutely enjoy this. That's right.
This is all of us lot here. A lot of offshoot here from Johnny Beane and Dave Nesdal. You know that.
Oh,
well, ironically enough, the drummer of my band was actually watching the Friday night show. He was telling me about it. He goes, oh, yeah, and they were talking about this. I was like, I haven't watched it yet. Actually, I've been so busy.
I wasn't on Friday night. I wasn't on Friday night. It was just too late, and I had too much going on.
Right. And he was working midnights, so he's like looking around on YouTube. He works for an alarm company, so if there's no calls coming in, he just watches YouTube, and he's like, oh, check out this Johnny Beane guy that Ben talks about at band practice. So,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's just growing and growing. Love it. Yeah, I can't believe we still got 32 people watching. That's crazy.
It's getting higher.
It's a good show.
Yeah.
Dave, your Telly, that's an older one, isn't it?
Yes.
Got old style ashtray on it.
Yeah.
The difference, I don't know if you got a chance to see them, but the new ones, they cut down the ashtray so it doesn't cut into your hand. I don't know if
I've seen that. I've seen that. The serial number on this guitar is 0514.
Wow. I don't remember.
Hey, the Rummeister's here? What's up, Rummeister?
I just said
Hey, Steve.
Steve.
Now we can talk.
Everybody dance.
Now we can catch up.
Everybody dance.
What's the word, Steve Anderson, on that guitar?
Yeah. We need a status update, Steve.
Oh, you know what?
Yeah.
If Steve can he join us? Because I would like to hear from him.
Yeah, man.
Are you able to jump in?
Instead of having him type it, maybe he can jump in and I can hear what's going on with his guitar and maybe tell him what I could.
Right.
Yeah, man. I get to be up with the Rum Meister. Woo!
You named him R2.
Yes.
Steve, you want to jump in?
My brother.
Hop on in, Steve-O.
Well, I guess I won't show you guys this guitar over here.
Yeah, please.
Oh, dude.
It's got shark fins and it's metal. You guys are showing Telecasters over here.
Oh,
I
come
got
on.
metal too, bro. I'm all about that.
Hey, Bruce.
Yes.
I'll pull this one out.
You could try the hybrids, the 9 to 46. The hybrid strings, a little more tension. It might not, because if you like the action, if you've got a buzz but it plays crappy, that's no good. If you like the action, if it's got a buzz but plays killer, maybe try a slightly more.
It plays smooth and beautiful. It does.
And try the 9046 hybrid strings, just slightly thicker, a little more tension. It might not hit the buzz so much. Just a thought.
Right. No, that's worth trying.
Hybrids are nice strings.
Well, I have a set of 10s I can throw on there. The 10s that I keep for my my Les Paul.
I'd try the hybrids if you've never tried them.
I've never tried them, man.
Yeah, hybrids are nice. You still get the 9s, you know.
All right. Thanks.
Hey, Bruce, number 5 here, man.
Let me see number 5. Number 5 alive.
Is her name Kelly?
Number 5, man. Damn.
This is a neck through. Neck through, USA, Jackson.
Wow.
Dude.
Marty Freeman signature. I know Jay Hannon will hate it because it has gold hardware, but I replaced it's an R3 nut with a black one. It had originally a gold Floyd Rose. What I found out about this guitar, I bought this used at Guitar Center many years ago. Obviously, Marty Freeman, if everybody knows Marty Freeman from Megadeth, he only had one pickup on there, and it had I think a Seymour Duncan JB. But you didn't use the Floyd Rose, but I guess Musician's Friend came out with, I think, 100 of these. And I changed the Floyd Rose out. Whoever did this, the work was already done. It had 2 EMG pickups in it. So it's an 81 and an 85 in there. And I don't know if I really can't see it, but the last 5 frets on here are scalped.
Scalloped, yeah. That looks great.
How does that feel playing that?
Oh, I know when people in the chat were talking about scalloped frets, I'd be the one in the chat going, I have a guitar with scalloped frets.
Yeah. That's me.
That's me. This is an ebony fretboard, maple neck, alder. But why am I talking about wood? People say that tone doesn't matter.
He's not
the
here.
last 5 frets are scalped. When you get down here, especially on this guitar, I don't know if you guys can see the edge right here. It's like an Explorer type, the Kelly. This is the Jackson Kelly.
Lots of space there.
It's really nice to have that scalp fretboard. When you go down there and start bending the strings, it is so easy to do because when your fingers go down in there, you can dig in.
There's no friction. You're just sliding on air, man. You just
and you don't have to worry about fretting too because people are saying that you might bend too hard. I don't know. When I play, I play with a real light touch, especially if you're doing really fast runs. You don't have to press down real hard. So even if this whole thing was scalped, I think I'd be able to play it. I played an Yngwie Malmsteen before, but I just like that when I saw that on there, I go, that is cool. And this thing is this is my only 24 fret guitar. Sounds a lot different than my other guitars, but when I want to play the Slayer, Metallica, Exodus style music, this is the guitar I break out.
Yeah, no kidding, man. That's sick.
Hey, we got Terry joining. For those who don't know, this is,
what up, brother?
Yeah,
Hey, Terry.
Dave. If you're familiar with Terry, He's kind of a moderator on all the major YouTube channels. So
oh, cool.
To puff out my
Not
chest, I made him a
them, but it seems like it.
Seems like it. Cone King, Steve from Boston, Phil McKnight, Shane from In the Blues,
Robert Baker. Oh God, who else? Lance Moss TV. It's just like, EVH TV, I think.
Okay.
Then Chad Boston. I was even watching Chad Boston. He goes, "Hey, I see you're a mod." Next thing you know, I look at my name. There's a wrench beside it. And I'm like, "Okay,
thank you."
Yeah, shout out.
Well,
Chad
honestly, Terry, for the longest time, I thought you worked for YouTube because I see you as a moderator on every channel. So I figured, so that's
every channel I go on, man, Terry's the moderator. I'm like, oh, Terry's on here, man. He's gonna put the wrench on me.
Better be nice around Terry. He's everywhere.
Or he's okay.
Good
He's
to have you
Canadian.
on, Terry. Nice to meet you.
Yeah,
very nice to meet you.
Good to meet you, Terry.
Terry, I think I've met you a couple of times before. Don't you do the camera work for TK at NAMM?
No, that is actually True Shack.
That's True Shack. Okay, yeah. All right, fair enough.
He doesn't do much, but like anytime I've commented to him, I've said to him like, you should be posting more. And he has posted more lately, but he really hasn't done much other than the camera work for
True Shack, yeah. Because you have a lot on your channel. I've seen your channel. I follow your channel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I've been posting content since
Michael B calls you the Guitar Channel ambassador.
Yeah, no kidding.
There you go.
Yeah, I am trying to get everyone kind of.
Nothing wrong with that.
With everyone else.
Ambassador Terry.
Yeah, I just remember talking to Terry in chats and stuff like that, and I liked what he had to say, and he had some funny stuff to say, so I subscribed to him, and he returned the favor. He jumped in on a live stream, and then he went live just after that, and we've been following each other ever since, I think. Right when I got that cool. VIP, right?
Thanks, Dave, and everyone else in the side chat here. I'm just looking. But, yeah, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, I haven't had much of a good connection until like this last year. And even just still up 6 months ago, I just upped my connection. So when they also did the plugin for the Google Chrome browser to do the live streaming thing, I heard people were like doing it. And I'm like, why the hell can't I do it? And then so I go and I find it. So I put it in and I'm like, oh shit, I can actually live stream now.
Cool.
And Terry curses.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
yeah, right.
See, Dave?
Yeah,
Right
I know. It's usually the New Yorker.
Yeah, see. I thought, no, it'll be okay. I can invite another Canadian on. No problem. We're peaceful.
I do not know what you're talking about, eh?
And I do want to give a shout out. They want to remain anonymous under because I noticed it with you, Terry. You have a PayPal account listed on your channel, you know, for donations, what have you. I did the same thing. I listed it. So if anybody in the chat or whomever, if they want to make a donation to the channel, which allows me to go out and cover events like Music Fest yesterday, helps me out tremendously and also helps so I can get quicker internet, so I'm not all choppy and out of sync and blurry most of the conversation. There's a PayPal link down below. I had a gentleman donate $10 yesterday. I just mentioned it once on one of the little live feeds we did, and when I got home, there's $10 sitting there, and I appreciate it. And the gentleman also sent me a message through YouTube saying he said, yeah, I sent you the $10, and he said, go buy a 6-pack for tomorrow night's roundtable.
That's funny. What's the best nation in the world?
What is the best nation in the world?
The donation.
That's true.
Actually,
that Andersen has joined us.
Yes. Hey, Rummeister.
Hey, boys.
What up,
Rummeister?
Rummeister, the Rummeister General in the house.
This is
Nice
crazy.
to meet you, brother.
All right, Steve, take over.
Oh, God.
Here we go.
All right, so what's wrong with your guitar? Tell me.
Yeah,
let's
Dave,
hear this,
so,
man.
As you guys know, I'm a big fan of these 84 Floyds. I'm not a D-tuna guy at all. No disrespect. I don't mess around with that stuff. If I'm playing with my band, I just I go half a step down and I'm locked in with all these Floyd Roses. This is the first time ever though. I accidentally over tightened this top grommet here. The post, the metal post screws into the grommet, and the metal grommet. And I guess, Dave, you'd probably say that those are sort of set into these bodies when they're brand new.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so all I'm saying is when the wrench is in there, the Allen key, and I turn it, like the whole grommet and the post is moving together. So it's sort of
spinning. That's what I wanted to know.
Yeah.
Hey, Steve, it's this thing right here, right? It's not it's It's not it's everything, right? It's the whole bridge post and the grommet,
so
I guess you want to call it.
Yeah, so when I have the Allen key in there and I turn the post, it normally unscrews or screws in, but I guess I just over tightened a bit, I guess, and then I guess I stripped it, so the whole post, the post and the grommet like sort of spins now. Like I only did it like twice, and I'm like, oh, okay, back off. I know with these guitars you got to be a little bit sensitive, right? But as soon as I did it, I just, oh no.
Yeah, what you did was you those grommets are glued into the hole.
Yeah.
And you loosen the glue up. So now the whole thing, because the string tension is keeping that post really tight.
Yeah.
The whole thing is turning. In order for you to really get it right, you have to take the whole grommet out and re-glue it in.
Right.
I would let it sit for like 48 hours before you put before you do anything to it.
Yeah, so the guys...
What glue do you think, Dave? What kind of glue?
I would probably use epoxy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so,
that's what a lot of people are mentioning, epoxy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whether it was Bruce, man, or Ben Coombs, like all kinds of guys were chiming in, and the selling point was Gorilla Glue, like it's an epoxy Gorilla Glue.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's just something that I hadn't done before. It's just these Charvel EVH Art Series guitars, they come with sort of the newer system with the post and the grommet, but the 84, like this whole bridge normally comes with the old wood screw ones, where it's just, there isn't a grommet involved. So, that's just mixing and matching. But thanks for everybody for chiming in. It's just something, it hadn't really happened to me before, to be honest with you. So anyway, it's part of the game and part of building and learning. So I'll take it all apart, and I didn't actually attempt to take it out. I took.
You know how to do it?
Yeah, I know how to do it. I didn't really attempt to get it all out of there. Yeah.
What I would do, just make sure you have like a piece of wood on top of that guitar body when you take the hammer and try to you take the claw part of the hammer and get it out there, and just be very gentle and make sure you have something on top of that guitar.
And make sure you don't.
It will crush it.
Yeah. Like I said, I had it apart, and I grabbed the post, and I was just trying to do it sort of. I thought by hand it was just going to come out.
No, I can't.
But you gotta
take it out like you take a nail out of it. Like the same way you do with take a nail out of the wall.
Yeah. No, that's awesome, guys. But it's
I
always
will
good
say, Steve, well, when you put out the call, like, because I think you mentioned it during my show on Thursday, didn't you? I think you jumped in the chat and mentioned it. Yeah, and I tell you, since that time, you went on with Johnny later, kind of played your case.
Yeah.
I've been getting messages since then. Hey, what's the update on Steve's guitar? I'm like, I'm not on the show with Steve. I'm not too sure. Why don't you ask Steve? But even that,
we're concerned about you, bro.
Oh yeah, and the concern was there on multiple platforms, and like people are like, hey, some guys out west, and that's when I messaged you and said, hey, my buddy from Renofin Guitars, You know, I know he's either in Vancouver or Victoria. I couldn't remember which, but I thought, well, worst case, you know, I'm sure he could work out, because I'm thinking the guy builds guitars. I'm sure he could fix it, you know, worst case, or at least bounce some ideas off of it. And I remember I'm like, here's his first name, last name. He's a friend of mine on Facebook. Tell him who you are. Tell him you know me. You know.
And Steve, I don't blame you, man. I understand why, because I just purchased, I myself bought the 1984.
Oh, you did?
I've been showing this. This is by the third time I showed it. Everyone's getting tired of it. But I know it came with the wood screw posts.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm gonna put this one on my Music Zoo Charvel, and I don't want to take those out and put these in. So I'm gonna use the exact same posts that are in it. But I'm just curious. When you said you were tightening it, I mean, it was your bridge that low that you had to tighten it? Because
what happened was, like, the original posts are like, here's the guitar, the original posts were on it. I had the Floyd that was on there with the D-Tuna, and I'm just such a fan of these ones. I like the way they look with the brass screws.
Yeah,
and also
me too.
And also the bars on these are way lower, and I actually prefer it.
I'm like Jay. I don't like it that low, but yeah.
Yeah, no, it's all personal preference. That's all I was doing. I like upgrading all these guitars. Like, even this is my most expensive guitar. When I bought this in 2004, like, what's that? That's 14 years ago. This was $3,500, and which is almost at a ridiculous price. But that's what they were going for at the time, and I had to have one. So I've slowly been bastardizing this one, is what I call it. Even these eyelets, like, didn't come with this originally. So just slowly, and this is just the one I play. I got lots of wear on the neck. It's kind of my favorite one, and so I just wanted to do the upgrade with the '84 Floyd because I'm such a fan. And I think you'll enjoy that. So Dave, is Dave still there? Yeah, Dave. Can I ask you?
Dave's not here, man.
You've mentioned it before, Dave. Like, so these ones with the grommet and the post, if you get the wood screw run, I mean, one of them's going to be bigger than the other. You can't just do one or the other.
You can't put the wood screws in that unless you dowel the holes and re-drill.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's just.
And Curtis Sheltane is headed out, so he's got to work in the morning. Later, Curtis. Thanks for tuning in.
See you,
Appreciate
Curtis.
it, brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to split in a couple minutes myself too. I unfortunately,
Fair enough.
It's late at night here. It's 10 o'clock. On a Sunday evening, and
I hear you. We're not going 6 hours tonight, anyways, because I got to work in the morning too. So keep that in mind, Steve Anderson. I'm looking at you.
Yeah, right.
and R2, because this is going to be the R2 Steve Anderson takeover.
I'm part
Here's a magazine from May of 2006, Steve. I was thinking about you. It's the actual advertisement for the Charvel.
Yep.
Nice.
Cool.
JJ, we have a request if it's handy. Mr. Fender Guru was wondering if you could show your black Les Paul off.
Dude, I knew he was going to say that. Absolutely. He loves that. He wants that guitar. I'm glad he lives in New Zealand. That's like, you couldn't be further away.
Well, I like that telly, and you offered me use of the couch in that room. So,
what telly was that?
I thought we've assured that you're coming. This one, Dave?
Working on it, brother.
It's a 96 Japan.
I love that color.
Oh, this is this is something else.
That's Daphne blue, right?
Yeah, it's got a bit more of a green kind of haze to it when you see it. It's like your trippy color guitar.
It almost looks like bird's egg blue to me.
It's more green, isn't it? Joe, you think?
Is that seafoam, isn't it?
It's more of a seafoam.
I think it's surf. Seafoam, I think, is the lighter of the two. Two colors.
That might be surf green.
I'll message you a proper picture of the color, Dave, and you'll see the difference.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Actually, on TV, it looks kind of like
will it change?
Sonic blue. It looks a little Sonic-y.
Yeah.
See the
JJ,
green?
Is that flame? Is that flame on that neck?
No, but it's a hell of a neck.
Oh, when you turn around, it had some flame on it.
Nice guitar.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
And there's the original saddles, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Love all that. It's the only way to go. I'll grab the Les Paul.
It's like chaos behind. There's guitars hanging everywhere at JJ's house.
I know. Oh, it's great, Steve. Well, you saw the last month when we were on, because I remember you commented. Steve's like, "This is so trippy because it's usually me doing a hangout and stuff, and then here I am in the chat, and you're looking at R2, and you're looking at Bruce and JJ, and
nice."
Yeah, because I think Johnny was in the chat too, and I was like, "Yep, role reversal."
Yeah,
it's the beast.
Here,
Is
hang
that
on.
Custom? What is that? A 68 custom?
Yes.
Dave gets one glance at it. Boom, 68 custom.
Yeah, Dave, yeah, no kidding. Black Beauty.
Yep.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
That's an original 68.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Akipa!
18th birthday.
You know that guitar's about 25 grand, right?
It's some money. I know it's some money.
Back when Gibsons were actually made good.
Yeah.
It's just done hundreds of gigs with me, man. This was stolen once at a festival in Luxembourg. We played a big festival in Luxembourg and it got stolen.
Oh!
And it was stolen from backstage somewhere. And we had the whole camp looking for it, man.
Wow.
Everyone was involved. And I don't even know if I slept. I was a mess that night. But that morning,
sure.
I was still asleep when the knock on the van came, and we got the knock on the door, and someone apparently found it in some bushes.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was tears that night. But this thing, and I got to tell you, people plugging Les Pauls. You know, you got a Guitar Center plugging Les Pauls, but when you plug in the old woods, there's something special about it.
Oh yeah, man, that's the reserved wood that they used back then.
I'm looking forward to trying that guitar, JJ.
I tell you,
but remember, JJ, tone doesn't matter. The wood tone doesn't matter.
He's not here.
Everything matters. Hey, the word, the picture.
I know, man. I'm being funny, man.
I know you.
I know.
There's somebody who was on this hangout that kind of, I don't know, that set me off.
The pick matters, dude. The pick matters. Everything matters.
What's the serial number on that guitar?
The serial number? You serious right now, Dave?
Yeah, I'm very serious.
It's not a big deal. I'll tell you what it is right now. You gonna
tell
me?
I don't know where.
OU 812.
Oh man, here we go. It is 972189.
Okay, I'm just trying to think if that's one of the first 568.
I know it's very early, and with 50s woods because they had stashed the woods for a particular period.
They say the first 500 of them were from late 59 or 60.
Yeah, this is apparently 50s wood. If someone wants to say otherwise, I don't care. It plays killer.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Man.
That guitar is that's a beautiful guitar, man.
I like R2. If there was a number on that, it would be number 1 right there, man.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yes, man. That is definitely a black beauty, man.
Yeah.
And whoever had it before me, I mean, the pickups, I mean, all the kind of the wear on the pickups, that was all there before me. Even though I played a crap load of gigs, that was someone, whoever had this before really played it. And they played really up here, and man, it's got mojo.
That's good.
For sure.
It's got that worn-in feel then.
Nice. Free relic.
Fender Guru, baby, this one. Check it out, man.
There you go, buddy.
You're welcome to crash as well and check it out.
There we go.
Yeah.
Cool.
We're working on me getting to NAMM, Dave. We're working on getting me to NAMM one way or another.
And I'm the only one of the bunch that's not going to go.
Well, I don't know.
Don't say no yet,
it's
guys.
going to be a
Don't say
big
no
nut
yet.
for me, but
I personally
saw
can't. I'm not healthy enough to do that type of traveling. I can't do it.
Right. I saw in here NASCAR Canuck earlier commented he only watches these shows to criticize me after the fact. That would be my cousin. And so, yeah, I'll be going straight from NAMM to saving up for the May trip down south because we didn't get down there this year. So I have that to worry about as well. So, but hey, who knows if this YouTube thing, if I can start, working around with that, and who knows, and find folks here
Ben,
who want to donate to the cause to get me to NAMM. That's
fire,
where
buddy.
After Gear Fest, all surplus money is going to NAMM. So I've already decided if I don't make it in 2019, I'm definitely going in 2020. That much I know. That's a given.
Cool.
Yeah. Because I want to go at least once, and I got to figure out the logistics because I hate to fly, and yeah. Honestly, I'd love to do a drive. You know, like, earmark several days each way, and just drive.
you say that now until you make a drive like that, and then you.
I was just going to say I wouldn't want to drive that far.
Nope.
No, thank you.
I tell you, I went from Texas to New York, and if it wasn't for the person I went with, I probably would have slit my own throat.
Yeah.
My friends drove in almost everywhere in North America, through all the provinces and pretty much every state.
Wow.
And even now, he's been like, he goes, I'll never do a trip from like our town to Cali again. He goes, I'm too old. It's too hard on me. And he straight drove like 2 days.
Yeah.
2 days.
Wow.
From our area to Cali.
Absolute Mayhem asks, what am I selling my Chibson for? It's illegal to sell that, buddy, so I can't say that, at least on here. Yeah.
Hey, listen, guys, I got to say goodnight.
Okay.
I gotta go. But,
it's great hanging out, Dave.
I would love
It was fun.
I would love to do this again. Just give me a holler, and I'd be happy to do it.
For sure, man.
No video.
Awesome.
Yeah. See you guys later.
Thanks, buddy. Bye, Dave. I'll be here with you, bro.
And stand by for a new guitar, Dave, by the beginning of next week.
Yes.
Nice.
See you later.
See ya.
Take care.
What did that mean? He's getting one of those Walla Walla guitars he wants?
No, he's getting a new Strat.
Oh.
Apparently.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but especially now that he's gone. So I was texting with Dave on Friday, and he's like, can't really talk right now, testing guitars. And now he's saying how he's buying a new guitar. So I'm thinking he found something he liked.
I think it's going to be that one he saw at that music convention he went to. Remember, there was one guitar he talked about?
Yep.
Some trippy, and it had that kind of mural on it.
Yeah, it was beautiful too.
Yeah,
right.
I think that
was one of the Walla Walla guitars. Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen now.
Walla Walla.
It could
Walla
be.
Walla.
That would be cool.
Okay, so we got to see a couple comments here. Apparently, NASCAR Canucks says PayPal donations for gas for the May trip are welcomed also. And apparently, the secret to traveling in a vehicle with me is not letting me touch the radio. Why? Because I always end up putting it on Hair Nation on the satellite radio. Yeah. He'll be playing some, like, we'll be playing a country station or something. He's like, I'm going to get some sleep. Next thing you know, he's trying to fall asleep to Poison.
Hey, another Les Paul. I just want to talk about this one real quick.
Oh, yes.
Nice. P90s.
Now, this is a modern one. This one's a 2013. They still make it. And this is the Tribute, which are budget Les Pauls. And this thing is freaking insane. So anyone who thinks like, Les Pauls, this is their like bottom of the line actual US Les Paul. And
that's the most recent one you got, right?
Yes. Apart from the one I'm picking up in a couple of weeks, yes.
Oh, no way.
Well, you know about that one, the purple Wolfgang.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Yeah, that's Wolfgang. If you don't want that one, JJ, I'll take it off your hands, man.
Dude, $700 for that thing. I mean, it's just ridiculous. But this is a tribute, and apparently they have the you know where they drill them out to make them lighter. Yeah,
chamber.
This one apparently has it, but it still weighs a ton. It's still like 8.5 pounds. It's still got some weight to it, and it's
really.
But the tone with the P90s, and what I love about it is the neck. It doesn't have all the all the binding. So it's a real raw neck, and they've kept it super raw. And so anyone looking for a budget Les Paul, that absolutely kicks ass. These ones with P90s, man, I'm telling you.
Nice.
Snap them up.
You can make a video you playing it a little bit.
Yeah, I will. Yeah, cool, Bruce. I'll do that, man. But this thing is mind blowing. It's one of those ones where once I had it, once it was in my hands, I'm like, okay, here we go again. You know what I mean? It's the neck is just insane on it. Not too fat, Les Paul neck. A little. Would it be the 60s neck or the 50s?
It's a 60s
I can tell from here.
Yeah, a little narrower.
The neck I like.
It's
okay. So apparently, my next guitar collection is just going to be JJ's cast-offs because I'm loving everything JJ owns. I'm sure we all are, but like literally, dude, like we have the same taste in guitars. That's like. Oh, yeah, and I got. Oh, yeah, that's got the neck I like.
One of everything.
Pretty much.
I think 4,600 on the used market.
One more follow-up to road tripping. NASCAR Canuck says there's that one song you couldn't get away from. So what he's referring to, so for us to drive down to North Carolina, we're looking at up to 20 hours each way driving, hauling a trailer through the mountains. And we're flipping around. And of course, because it's mountainous, you have to listen to satellite radio. It's the only thing that consistently comes in. So he's flipping around the dial in the middle of the night, and it's one of those, I can't sleep in a moving vehicle. And we're taking turns and we're flipping through the dial. And I swear we heard 6 different versions of If I Were a Carpenter. I've heard every damn version of that song. And it was all in the same year. And I'm just like, well, I haven't heard the June Carter Cash. Well, there it is. Well, I haven't heard the Robert. And I'll go over to the rock station. There's the Robert Plant version of it. And I'm just like, come on. I can't get away from that song. Oh, yeah. Fun stuff, though. We have a blast every year. So let's see. Dave Byron says in 2013, it's a slate chambered body with a 60s neck.
Yeah.
2013, they were already doing the modern weight relief, not the traditional. So it could even be even further weight relief in it, which, that's fine.
Yeah,
because P90s are going to sing regardless.
Yeah. Some people they say, oh, it's so light. I picked that up. It's got some weight, man.
Yeah, well, then it probably has the traditional, which is what the series of holes as opposed to the fan pattern that they wrote.
Yeah.
But either way,
and they're even doing that on the custom shop stuff. Like I picked up an R9 yesterday, and I was expecting the weight because it's supposed to be built just like a 50s Les Paul. And Rich said to me, he goes, "Is this thing weight relief?" I said, "It's either that or if it's not weight relief, they used a very light piece of mahogany because it was light."
Yeah, because the 68's like almost 11 pounds, just shy of 11 pounds.
Yeah, that's a shoulder breaker.
Oh,
so, Ben, did you have a favorite EVH guitar you played yesterday?
I only played 2. I played the 5150 and I played the Wolfgang. Yeah. I like the Wolfgang a little better. Felt like a little bit smaller neck.
Yeah.
They both played equally fast, a little narrower neck. I didn't realize it till Dave mentioned it because the 5150 has the R3 nut.
Yeah.
Which I now know the difference. Thanks, guys. By the way, hey, we got Absolute Mayhem in the house now.
Wow.
You mean he's back? Did he leave or something? He's been in for a while.
No, but he's on screen now.
Oh, Wayne. What's up, Wayne?
What's up, Bruce?
So, I would say I prefer the Wolfgang.
I just didn't like the Han Solo frozen in carbonite. I'm sorry.
No, it's a holographic stormtrooper helmet.
No, not you. You too. No, I think it was on Terry. Terry's back.
Terry's got.
Oh yeah.
Han Solo frozen in carbonite. There he is.
There he is. There he is, Steve. You see him, don't you?
Yeah.
I knew it. I saw you typing away. I saw him in there, and then all of a sudden, Steve's typing away. We made Steve Andersen's night.
Yeah.
Absolute mayhem.
And by the way, Steve, how's the road to recovery
What's up, brother?
going? How you healing up, buddy?
Good.
I get asked all the time.
My room back here is all polyed. I'm ready to paint. I'm painting tonight. I have a Tyvek suit, like a white Tyvek suit, a hat, a mask. I've got little booties, and because I'm gonna paint my Kramer Pacer body. That's just natural wood. I'm painting it green, so I'm doing.
So I'm going to assume you're healing up well then, because I asked how you were healing up, and you're going on to your next build. So I'm guessing you're feeling pretty damn good.
Healing up, painting up. What's the difference? No.
Yeah, no, it's because I have to stand on a ladder to get like something like this, like to get up here on the upper horns and stuff, and to paint evenly. Yeah, I got to get on a ladder and get sort of above.
Be careful, man.
Yeah, no, it's just I was in a cast for 3 weeks, a hard cast, then the soft cast. My ankle's still tender, but I've tried to get up and down the ladder so I can do it. So I've been chomping at the bit to paint that thing. So yeah, yeah.
I can't wait to see the end product.
Oh yeah, I got all. It's all like ready to be put together. I have all the parts I need, and I just got to paint it. A coat tonight, a coat tomorrow night. and then I'd say by Tuesday it'll all be put together and I'll be playing it.
What's usual dry time you usually wait? I mean,
I usually wait 24 hours.
Okay.
You gonna use a heat lamp, Steve, to help cure it at all, or are you just gonna let it dry naturally?
No, I just I don't do any like base coats or clear coating afterwards. It's just like bike paint straight on it, a couple coats a day apart. As far as letting it sit and settle.
Gloss finish?
I would say it'd be more like matte.
Matte finish?
More like a matte finish is what that paint provides. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the same as my 5150 paint that I used for that. It's just it's green, not red, black, and white.
That came out great.
Hey, did any of you guys see the guitar that Craig Stofko's building for Mark Uzansky? The left-handed.
Oh, that blue and silver.
And that summon?
Gorgeous.
Amazing.
Gorgeous.
That sounds cool.
Blue.
Can you give me a sound check there, Wayne? I think I just turned you up a bit because you're a little quiet.
Check 1, 2. Check.
Can you breeze up your mic a bit?
I can.
Tell him no, Wayne. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, Steve, did you see that guitar?
No,
check it out. It's your friends on Facebook with Craig Stofko, the guitar builder.
Yeah, I know he's on the Kramer 5150 replicas site like every day.
Yep.
Yeah, he built a blue and silver sparkle one.
Oh, wow.
Mark Uzansky, left-handed.
Johnny and Dave showed them off a couple of weeks ago, Steve, on the show. There was a picture of 4 of them. There was a black and red.
I saw that.
The blue and silver one, that's for Merc.
Okay, yeah, I think the black with red stripes always grabs my attention. I don't look at anything else when I look at that because it looks pretty devilish, to be honest.
Steve, your TV's turned off. I can't tell what's in the background. It's usually gonna play the video.
No, it's the movie Creed. Did you guys see that?
Oh yeah.
Well, it's the sort of like Rocky. Or
yeah.
He trains
not the documentary on the band.
Apollo Creed's son. Yeah.
And let's see here. Yeah, Blackie DH mentions Craig also did a stealth for Mully recently. That's right.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Caleb's in the chat. Look at that.
Yeah, Caleb's been popping in. I don't know if he's been in the whole time, but I've seen him here and there. Awesome. Thanks, Caleb. I gotta watch his tomorrow.
Ben, what else did you see at that guitar show yesterday that you liked?
What else did I see that I liked? Friedman guitars are amazing. The Duesenberg I played, possibly the best guitar I've ever played in my life.
Wow.
Now, it's kind of interesting, though, that you go in to check out like your Keeley effects, which are an amazing effect, but they hand me a $6,500 guitar plugged into a $4,000 hand-wired Milkman amp. Well, of course, anything's going to sound amazing. I'm like, that's an excellent sales tool. Here's an amazing guitar through an amazing amp, so you could play Smoke on the Water and sound amazing.
Right? Hey, what better way to milk you in?
Yeah. But definitely, Steve, the highlight of the day is that I can now call Robert Keeley a friend.
Yeah.
We spent about probably on and off. We hit the booth a few times throughout the day, but we'd hang out for 20 minutes, half an hour at a time. And I spent at least a good hour in conversation with him.
Right.
To the point where, we're going to be working together on some, doing some product demos and stuff like that. Right. I've also arranged for another couple of companies. They're going to be sending me some products. Just like I'm a major YouTuber now, Steve. I'm getting stuff sent to me to review, and there's a possible endorsement deal in the works with another company. And I'm just a little YouTuber that plays in a local cover band, but
man. And you got a pedal board from JJ himself.
I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which is awesome. He's using it today.
Sweet action, Ben.
Hey, if anyone wants...
life is good.
If anyone's got any Telecasters, these are just sitting around. So just message me on my channel or something.
What is that?
I love that swirl one, JJ.
This one's pretty killer, but I was going to...
You got Bruce's attention there.
They're 8-hole. So that's the thing. 8-hole. That one's this one's killer. And then this one's like a Perloy.
Yeah, you saw me, Kerry. I'm getting up to check.
Oh, they're pick guards. Oh, I like the black one.
Yeah, so anyone in the chat, if you hit me up first and you're building a telly or you want to change your pick guard, let me know. 8-hole.
The black and
on the house.
Blue and gold.
I just happen to have an 8-hole telly right here.
There you go, Ben. Will it work?
That's an 8-hole.
That's it. You can't touch that one, dude.
I've already replaced the bridge and the wiring.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, you can't touch that one, man.
Pick guard's the easy thing to replace, JJ. Come on, I've already ripped the bridge off of it.
Yeah, that's all. That was born together, that lot.
Yeah, that's why I'm keeping all the parts in a spare bag.
Yeah.
Oh, this thing, that's not the original switch anymore. The bridge has been replaced. The pickups are getting replaced. Nesdal's going to send me some pickups for it. So,
nice.
Actually, these pickups might end up in my 67, and then because he offered me a set of pickups for my 67. So,
do you know what they are? The pickups?
Yeah, twisted tellies.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he's like,
tellies.
you want to take out those EMGs and put some twisted tellies in? I'm like,
yeah, had to be done. Yeah, the EMGs had to go. Get the tone out of that guitar.
Well, it does make a unique tone, and I understand why my dad did it back in the day. Because you're playing in bars constantly with bad ground, trying to get rid of that buzz. So he put in, the original noiseless pickups, right?
Huh.
And they are a low output pickup.
So Ben, did you buy anything from the show yesterday? Did you come home with anything, like a pack of strings, anything?
Oh yeah.
Oh good.
He's wearing some of the stuff.
Oh, right on. Yeah. The folks at I'll give them another shout out because they treated it so well. That away. So I stopped at the Levy strap booth, and I picked up a new pinup girl strap because I like pinup girls.
Yeah.
So I said to the guy, Steve, I was like, so what can you do on the price? Because these things are $40 Canadian for a nylon strap, right?
Yeah.
I was like, what can you do for a poor Canadian YouTuber? So he's like, well, I can't lower the price at all, but he gave me this hat. He gave me the T-shirt, and he gave me a pick purse.
Wow.
Which I figured is worth well more than what the strap was worth.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah. So yeah, he hooked me up, and then on my way through the checkout, I picked up a really cool Gretsch trucker cap.
Nice. Right on.
Yeah. So I didn't buy much yesterday, but that's good because I have more money for Gear Fest in a few weeks.
The power of words. And look what you got, a hat and a shirt and a bunch of stuff.
That's because I'm a broke-ass musician that's worked in sales all his life.
And
it's also how I'm getting all this gear sent to me to try out.
Company.
What's that?
I was saying there's nothing wrong with more shameless promotion for another Canadian company like Rev out of Manitoba.
Yeah.
That's a killer amp company right there. That's some serious amps.
Terry, I don't know if you were in the chat yet. Are you familiar with Outlaw Effects at all? Or you, Steve? Outlaw Effects pedals? They're micro-sized effects pedals, similar to a Tone City or micro-sized, right?
Yeah.
So it's a company out of Montreal. They retail from like $75 to $100, and they got a variety of distortions, reverbs, what have you. And Rich and I have reviewed some of their pedals because Arden's was one of the first music stores to carry them. So we're telling the guy about it, and he's like, what do you like? How come I'm not aware of these review videos? I'm like, I don't know, dude. I tag you in them because I'm shameless that way, and I put tons of keywords in. And so then we also told him that we actually use some of the pedals gigging, and he was literally blown away. He's like, wait a minute, you actually gig with our product? I was like, yeah, man. He goes, we have to talk. He's like, I got to get some stuff in your hands. And I'm just like, Rich looks at me with eyes the size of sausage. He's like, is this guy offering us free product? I'm like, yeah, buddy. He's offering us product to demo, and there's a possible endorsement situation. Like, I don't know he has to talk to his partners because it's 4 guys that own the company.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ultimate would be we get an endorsement deal with these pedals as well as demo them. So if that happens, holy crap.
No, I didn't know there were actually another Canadian company. I know Solid Gold Effects is from Quebec, and they are also the Canadian company.
Hey, James Orcott's in the house. Hey, James.
Hey, James.
They make pretty good
Sean
pedals,
Mahoney.
Terry.
I just know Sean's in
James
the house.
Orcutt. Man, we got some cool people coming in here.
We have and it's been crazy. We
Guys are all
peaked out
cool.
at a new record for viewers, and I've been watching. It's been sitting at like 30 or higher, and I've never seen that on this channel before. Thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in. So show me with a thumbs up. And I just dropped load now down to 29.
Yeah.
It's because you got some fresh meat on. That's why.
Oh, Michael Smith. Yeah, we're still hanging out. There's ET 5150. Now it's starting to feel like a late show. We got Steve Andersen on, and ET 5150 showed up.
That's right. All the 5150 people show up.
That's right. I got to play through, what was it, the EL84 amp, the EVH EL. Yeah, I played the Wolfgang through that. Yeah, and, that's Eddie in a box.
Was that?
What did you play, Ben? Was it the blue channel, or the red channel? Did you play? Or did
I have
you try
no
a little
idea.
bit of both?
I have no idea. The EVH guy put the guitar in my hands. He dialed the amp up. I don't know. It
the blue channel.
It just sounded killer though.
Was that the 50 watt or the 100 watt?
I think it was the 50 watt.
50 watt, yeah. Because I saw it sitting on top of that 2x12.
Yeah.
I think it's the
like
same
I was
one,
hoping Rich got that into
Caleb
the shot
has.
just for that reason.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great amp, Caleb. Yeah. So, and like, all I could say, I'm like, check this out. This is awesome. I need one of these because it was like the first time I played the Stripe Series guitar. All I could say was, I get it. What I've been hearing you cats, go on and on about since November.
Yeah.
Finally got one in my hands. I'm like, I get it. I totally get it. Same as that Wolfgang.
Yeah, you look
the only thing I wish I could have done with it that I didn't get a chance was put a strap on it and stand while playing, so I could feel the actual.
Ben, I think that looks good on you because I'm so used to seeing you with Telecaster shape, and that Wolfgang, it's got the same kind of contours on it. It looks like a Telecaster.
Yeah,
so
it felt
that's
great.
definitely you, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was Mexican built special. Those things are $1,900 here.
What?
Yeah, they're expensive.
1,900 Canadian, and you figure we have 20 to 25% exchange rate plus extra duties. Well, Steve knows.
Yeah.
You guys, we get like that guitar Dave Byron bought last week. That Ibanez.
Yeah,
that's the same one I was
Ibanez.
lusting over a few months ago in those original review vids. I did the hardtail version.
Sweet
he bought the Floyd
Ibanez,
version
by the way,
for $350 US. That guitar is almost 600 Canadian here without a Floyd. Like almost twice as much money.
And about 3,000 Australian.
Yeah.
That's Shane. Yeah.
Yeah. Even they get the like the builds I do from Musicraft, like the body and the neck in a box. That's like $89 shipping from New Jersey to get it to me. So they keep adding $100 here and there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
ET 5150s from Australia, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. What else did I play? I played my first Chapman.
there
I'm
you
saying
go.
that also for a lot of our British viewers. They don't get to obviously tune in this time of night, but like Simon Williams, Judd Lofthouse, Bumblebess, I believe, is out of the UK. So hey, give you guys a shout out if you're watching on the replay.
I'm curious to try a Chapman. I walked into a guitar center and I didn't see any Chapman guitars. I'm surprised, and I'm in the Chicagoland area. You think of buying a whole bunch of them.
I think they had 4 of them sitting on the rack.
How did it play?
They had their Strat body and their Tele body. Whatever they call them.
T-style. Yeah.
T-style, S-style.
Yeah.
So how did they play, Ben?
Yeah. All right. But then again, they're at that price point too, right? Like I grabbed a lower end one and the guy's like, because I made a comment saying, I've never played Chapman before. He goes, this is one of the, I'm like, affordable line. He goes, yeah. I said, well, that's fine. Because the way I see it with a guitar company, if your affordable line plays decent, then your stuff that costs a lot more should play better. So it's a good benchmark. Like what are you offering for the entry level guy? Because honestly, I'm not buying a high end Chapman off the bat. I'm going to buy a cheaper one to start. And see if
that's
it's
like
even...
the Wolfgangs, man. That Wolfgang I bought for $299 at Guitar Center. I mean, I know they're $599. It's a black
Wolfgang. I found one for $300. Well, 400 Canadian. Right, Steve? If you went into Long McQuaid and you saw a Wolfgang sitting there for $400, you're walking out the door with it.
Yeah,
I walked out with it.
Standard.
And that thing rocks, man. That's a standard. That thing. This is where I get into I know a lot of things contribute to the tone and everything. but I got the cheapest Floyd Rose on there. That's the EBH one that comes with the standard. And I know people are having issues tuning it and everything, but I don't know. I have patience with Floyd Rose. I can make any Floyd Rose sound decent and good. So I adjusted that thing. I even got a D-tuner on that thing, and I can drop tune and it stays in tune and it stays in pitch. But I'm going to put an original Floyd Rose on it. I can only imagine. I already tried it. I put an original Floyd Rose, a German Floyd Rose on that standard, and it sounds bad, man. That sounds awesome. And I put the regular one on it, the VH standard one that comes with the standard guitar, and that thing, it just rings out, man. So I don't know. I still say it's the wood in that body. I don't care what anybody says.
Well, look at Charlie's lineup when he was on Johnny's show.
I mean, that's exactly the one.
He had all lined up behind him, and he says that his favorite is the standard. He had his mods done with FU Tone, which rock. Big shout out to FU Tone, and that's his favorite guitar. The standard, cheapest one. Yeah.
Let's see here. I saw something. So they're asking about decals versus decals. Well, you know what? This is Canucks with guitars, so they're decals.
I used to say decals, and now I say decals.
Decals.
Well, you're assimilating, JJ. You're
assimilating. It's been a while, man.
Dry Heat 480 says it was a stripe, so it's more money. Yeah.
Real quick, Ben. Yes, ET 5150. I did win the strap, so God bless you all for that, man.
Yes. Speaking of which, here's Steve. I'm going to be going live somewhere around 6:45, 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. From Arden's Music. Actually, I should really message Sean. Oh, he's in bed by now. I will message Sean to let him know I will be stopping in tomorrow and using his Wi-Fi for it. We will pick out a strap live, so any of you guys are available. Jump in. I'm going to pull out.
Here's the Liquid Charlie signature right here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Wolfgang pickups with the quilted. This is the one I got for $2.99 at Guitar Center.
Yeah,
that's black.
That's quilt top black.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you can see
That's sick.
So the cheapest Wolfgang I believe I saw in Canada, wherever they're built, whether the Chinese or the Indonesian, the cheapest one I saw was $679. That's the absolute base model Wolfgang. $679, I believe, at Long McQuaid.
I remember Archie talking about Johnny Beane getting that $300 Wolfgang.
Dude, there's one for sale right now, a white one, the same as yours are too. $200 in San Diego and Craigslist.
Jeez. Yeah.
I know.
Just makes me sick.
I was there.
Great deals on stuff.
I was picking up someone else last week down in San Diego. I'm like, I couldn't make the call, but $200 for a White Wolfgang. He says hasn't been played, sitting in a closet.
Yeah, see, I'd be buying those just to flip.
Yeah, man, that was brand new. I
can't flip guitars, Ben. I can't. It's impossible to. If I love a guitar, it ain't going nowhere, man. It's hard for me to get rid of it.
Right. See, yeah, I have no problem flipping them because I have no money. So that's what I do. I invest in guitars. And, you know.
R2, what's the number of that guitar, the Wolfgang? Has it got a number on it?
Oh, you mean like I put the numbers on the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a number 8.
Number 8. Okay.
That's number 8. Yes.
I wonder if there was a Wolfgang or EVH or whatever that did have 5150 in the serial number. I wonder if there is one out there. Or
I'd imagine that's the one. And I'd imagine they'd pull it off the line for Eddie.
Probably has it.
You'd have whoever's on that line
collection or giveaway.
I'm sure they don't make. They wouldn't want to give that to anybody because that would be bragging rights up and down.
Yeah. Caleb says he's rocking the red channel and just rolling off the volume on the guitar a smidge for non-lead situations. There we go.
Yeah, and by the way, Caleb, you shred, man.
Yeah,
you're an awesome player, and I love your channel.
Caleb is great, man.
Yeah,
it was funny. I was telling Rich about Liquid Charlie on Thursday before we went on air, and he's never heard of Liquid Charlie. Which again, I get because we don't. Until I met up with all you guys, neither one of us talked to any shredder types. You know, well, you guys know we're into the Stones and the the Beatles and stuff, whatever,
we
right?
We all are.
We all are, man.
Yeah, but like I don't even own I don't even play a guitar with a trem ever, you know. And he rarely
actually,
plays.
I own the
uses
guitar
the trem on a Strat.
I bought that guitar.
And I've got a Strat I don't play. So he's like, "Well, who's Liquid Charlie?" So I brought up the video of Liquid Charlie and Caleb playing at NAMM at the EVH booth, and I'm like, "So here's Caleb, here's Liquid Charlie." He's like, "Wow, they both can play." I'm like, "Oh, they can play."
Yes.
Yeah. Monster players.
Yeah. It was because of Liquid Charlie I bought that guitar. I that's when I went, I'm going to buy a standard guitar. And that was an accident. I went to the Guitar Center, and that was an accident walking into the music store. I was going in there for just picking up pickups. Wolfgang pickups, which cost $300, and that guitar was $299.
No kidding.
Brand new. And I go, why not get the guitar with the Wolfgang pickups already in it? So that I got the guitar for free. That's the way I look at it. And I put the D-Tuna on there, and I did a little adjustment. I brought it home, and I tweaked it up, and it was awesome, man. It plays. I plugged it in my amp. It plays great.
And to follow up to those pick cards with JJ, if you're not friends with JJ online or you're unable to get in touch with him directly, you can also email me down below at canuckswithguitars@gmail.com, and I will forward them to JJ.
Yeah, they're going to cost nothing to send. They're just free of house. If they're sitting here, and whoever wants them, use them. Or
and if you don't, if nobody wants
someone who knows someone
next year.
I got to tell you real quick, when that green Wolfgang comes out, that's going to be tough for me to stay away from that one.
Yeah.
The green one.
Have you ever done like a seafoam green?
No, it's like they're releasing them like.
Which one are you talking about, JJ? The Pickle Burst?
Is that what it is? Whatever they call it.
I was thinking the Relish Burst or the Zilla Burst. They call it
the Zilla Burst.
I call it the Pickle Burst.
I saw them at NAMM, and the Zilla Burst was sick. Bruce's was sick because it has that sparkle in it. It was straight red. I'd be like, yeah, but Bruce's, it zings. You know, certain ones, they're all lined up and they just zing. That green one just jumps out, man. It's like
I can just see it. We're gonna go to Gearfest. Someone's gonna walk up to Bruce and they're like, "I don't remember your name, but you own a candy apple red Wolfgang."
Yeah. That thing, I think, has over 800 hits now. Just that one video.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's killer, man. That's killer.
Yeah, and it's got to the point. I've been hanging out on a lot of YouTube channels over the last month or so, and I think I'm up to about knowing of maybe 10 people going to Gearfest. So I've been asked out to lunch, and I'm like, I don't know, guys. And especially now, like I'm waiting to hear back confirmation from Robert Keeley if he's going to be at Gearfest, because if so, I'm going to swing by his booth and spend some time there as well. So I was telling Bruce about that. I'm like, I know you got an itinerary, and he's keeping an eye on what's happening at certain times, but I'm like, I may have to carve out some time, because like if Robert Keeley's like, hey man, can you come and hang out at my booth for half an hour? Done. You know, like there's no second thought. I will do anything for that man. He's such
I'll
an
probably
amazing
bring in multiple cameras, so we get a combination of me and Jen taking video from different angles, and then we can.
Awesome.
Yeah,
I appreciate it, brother.
Yeah, we can work from there.
Oh, that's cool.
What do you got there, Wayne? You want to show off a guitar? Yeah, Fender was asking. Hang on, let me present you.
What you got there, bro?
Yeah.
We can't hear you, Wayne.
You tripped over your cord, bro.
No, he's got his
checked up. Beautiful.
Hey, we
Can you hear me
still
now?
got 28 people.
Oh
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, as soon as I seen this at the store and I picked it up, it just was like, I'm taking this home with me. I bickered with the price a little tiny bit, but what I love about it is you can see it's got just a little bit of, it's a gigging guitar. It's got a bit of wear on it, but I kind of think that gives it character. You can kind of see it on the bottom.
Yeah, it's got a great top on it.
R2 and Bruce, you may recognize that guitar because I know you two cats are like, you're in my chat every time I go live, which is awesome, and I appreciate it.
And
I did a setup on that a couple of months ago.
Yeah.
It's a 2007 Diamond Series. I forget the model number on it. That's like a S. I forget. It's one of their basic models, but
Diamond Series.
Yeah. It's got the.
Yeah, I love that top.
Yeah, it's nice, man. That is.
It looks almost like a 2000 honey burst.
Oh, you did say that.
It's called the flame maple top, is what it's called. They call it a flame maple.
Yeah. I think it's.
But I mean, the body's flawless. There's barely. There's a couple wear marks on it, but there's like no dents or dings or big scratches. But this thing plays like magic. Like it's so smooth.
I got it. I know I got it about 95% of the way there. And in all honesty, guys that watch my setup vids, Wayne did have to take it into another guy, and he just tweaked it. I think Wayne, you said it was just a small little.
He said it
like
was like
I obviously I was missing something.
It was a quarter turn.
And I was playing with it. I just couldn't quite dial it in.
Yeah, like when I got it back from Ben, it played immaculate for like 2 days, and I think when it settled, the humidity in my basement was really cold in the winter. It just had a really kind of like what they were talking about, the guitar buzz before Bruce had it on your telly. Like me and my A string were really buzzy. It didn't come through the amp, but as a newbie guitar player, and I'm playing kind of low in the basement in my wife's room, and everybody's upstairs right above me, so I've played a lot with the amp on.
Yeah, without it plugged in. Yeah,
and it was hard because I'm trying to learn how to play again, and you can't tell, is it my fingering or the neck that's causing the buzz? So I got it back from them, and it's flawless. There's not a buzz or anything to it.
And in all fairness, I asked Wayne what kind of a setup he wanted on it. Did you want factory spec? Like, what did you want? And the man filled my heart with joy because he says, I want your setup on the guitar.
Yeah.
So I put my setup on the guitar. And I play my guitars like, they're not as extreme as a Nesdal setup, but
so usually we would say close. It got Nesdal, but it got Coombed then now.
It did, it got Coombed.
Well, I've played a lot of Ventz.
I Coombed all over him.
He's got a good action on them.
Actually, I Coombs all over it live on YouTube, and you guys watch me Coombs.
That ain't right.
That's pretty funny.
You know, one of these days I might buy a bottle opener, but
you gotta get one of these, man.
So Ben's drinking Corona. I'm drinking.
Oh, see, I have a bottle opener. Come on, R2. Oh, actually, here, let me hold it right side up. There we go.
Just in case anybody's wondering, I know they were wondering what Bruce was drinking. They thought he was drinking wild turkey. Wild turkey out of the bottle.
Glad you're
I'm
enjoying
drinking a breakfast stout. It's a double chocolate coffee breakfast stout.
That sounds good.
That almost sounds like vape talk, eh, Wayne? I'm doing a double chocolate.
Double chocolate coffee breakfast oatmeal stout. Ooh,
it's a meal.
You can actually have it for breakfast.
Diet.
Oh Lord! How long would the video
be?
My
breakfast when I was on vacation now from work.
So R2, how long would your video be if you were installing those EVH strap locks that you have to refer to by the full name while drinking that beverage that you have to describe as well? It would take half the video just to explain. I'm drinking this and installing this.
Tongue twister.
Ben, I'm gonna have to get you some of this. This is really good. I don't know if you can see the label.
Lug Tread.
They are huge bottles and they're delicious.
I think I've had that. If Doug, are you still in the chat, cousin Doug? I was drinking something called like Lug Nut or some kind of
Lug Nut.
Yeah, there was one something like that. I was drinking it while he was
Lug Nut.
Yeah, I don't know. He was playing a sport and I was drinking and watching him.
Yeah,
what's going on, JC Smith?
LCBO in this 4-pack.
Hey, JC, all the way from Halifax.
Yeah, man.
We got Jamal in here too.
Jamal,
we do.
Yeah. Wow. Get to work, Jamal.
Yeah. See, Terry knows.
Pull your pants up.
And Zach Thong says, Ben, I'm probably doing Cosmo Music Fest next year. Well, hopefully we'll meet up next year because I had such an awesome time. Rich and I decided, even before we even left yesterday, we're like, this is going to be an annual event. I know he said it was the best day he's had in a long time, and I can say safely, easily, best day I've had in years. I'm still tripping. If Wayne comes in the shop tomorrow, I'll probably be yapping his ear off about it anyway. So, or actually, Wayne, you could come in next month and I'll still yap your ear off about it, right?
Nice.
So, so how was Doug Aldrich? Cool, dude. How was George Lynch? Cool, dude. Yeah.
What?
ET5150. Looks like you had a coffee Coca-Cola.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
I don't even... Oh.
What is that?
Scotch couldn't even make it better.
He said he had a special run over there in Australia, coffee Coca-Cola. I think I've had one of those things. I think it was called Coca-Cola Black. Yeah.
Yes, Caleb. We are working on it. I've secured accommodations for NAMM apparently now.
My pad.
We are doing a GoFundMe with PayPal down below. Let's get Ben to NAMM. I should actually write that rather than just say make a donation. Let's get Ben to NAMM or Ben's NAMM on here.
There you go, Ben.
I will make sure to shoot a ton of video involving all the cats that are going to be there. It sounds like it's going to be upwards of 20 people going. Are you going, Steve?
Yeah, I'm staying at Laguna Beach. That's where I'm staying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Lifestyles for the rich and famous.
Cool.
Yeah, I got a lot of places to go. I haven't been to Disneyland since like 1977. I think I was 6 years old, so I got to go there too.
How close is Huntington Beach, JJ?
Huntington Beach?
To Anaheim. Yeah.
20, 25 minutes.
Okay, because I've got family there, and I got a cousin in Santa Monica as well, apparently.
Well, I'm happy to take you to places. I lived in Huntington for years, man.
Okay. Yeah, apparently I still have a couple of cousins there, and
I want to sleep in JG's jam room right there.
Bring it on. Bring it on. NAMM Collection 2019.
So, guys, I don't know if you've seen this bottle before. This is from Mexico.
Oh, wow.
This is called Aja Toro. It's called Crema de Tequila. And,
I like tequila.
Just an odd
I love tequila.
Bottle. This one here. Yeah. It's 28 proof. That one.
28. That's it.
Yeah. And here's this Byron.
That's gulping.
Baron Sandy rum. I don't know if you've ever seen.
I love that.
That's 90 proof. This one.
Well, there you go.
There we go. Now we're getting to the good.
Yeah.
And here's
Ben.
Here's the mini bottle of Crown Royal.
Wow.
There we go.
Crown Royale.
Hey, Steve, I'll be back in Cabo in September, man.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Yeah. We go a couple of times a year.
That means I'm going to get some hits out of Mexico. That was hilarious when you were down there last time, dude.
Yeah.
Why am I getting 17 hits in an hour to Mexico? Oh, right. JJ's got crappy Wi-Fi.
Oh, that's right. I remember JJ was trying to chime in, but he was in the crappy Wi-Fi down there.
Yeah. A lot of fun down there.
JJ, there's no chance of you going in October for Sammy's birthday bash?
Always potential. Absolutely. Absolutely. Is that when it is, October?
Yeah.
I might be able to shift things a few weeks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I usually get there about October 5th. And
then, Scott Nickerson.
Yeah. Scott,
usually,
you're listening away.
But you've got to line up to get the tickets. You've got to do the sleep out, haven't you? That's the only way. I mean, all the years you've been going, you still have to be out there in the streets to make it happen.
Yeah, 2 nights.
But you love it.
Well, yeah, because I know everybody, and I'm first in line. So,
first in line.
Oh yeah,
Steve. Oh, Steve,
VIP
first in line. Brilliant.
Okay, no, I do see my cousin back in the chat, but I forgot what I actually asked him earlier.
It was about the beer you're drinking, Ben.
Oh, right, Bose. Okay. Oh, there was
Lug Nuts.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, have you seen a few of the covers bands down there in Cabo? Like the local Mexican cover bands who play in Cabo?
Yes, I have. They have a house band that plays at the Cabo Wabo Cantina.
Yeah. Man, all the guys down there are incredible players, man.
Byron would be great down there because he could play like Spanish versions of all the Van Halen tunes. And you know he could. He can.
Steve would rock wherever he goes, man, and he does. Let's face it.
Yeah.
Guy's animal. I mean, pure inspiration, that guy.
I like the fact that Showman Blues is going to check out Dave play next month because, what was that, during our metal stage, Dave's on there. He goes, I was playing at this bar in Naples. And Showman's like, wait, away. I live in Naples. Yeah, and it was like a mile away from each other. And it's just like, that's awesome. I'm like,
nice.
Steve's
I hope he goes up and we get to see it too.
Dave's the real deal, man. His energy comes through YouTube. I almost need to have to have a lie down after watching one of his shows.
I agree.
Yeah. I want to give a good shout out to Dave Byron, man.
I agree, Dave. Yeah.
Big shout out to Dave Byron, brother.
Yes.
Big fan too.
A few guys like that, man, who rock it as much as Dave does. I mean,
we love you, Dave.
Hell yeah.
Eva Fam
Chicago brother.
Close every video with that saying.
He's mind blowing, man.
Dave, by the way, Dave Byron, no problem, dude. Anytime I can help you with anything you need, Floyd Rose wise, I'm here for you, man. I'm glad it worked out.
Beautiful.
Pick off
And,
anything you need, man.
if you're not already subscribed to Dave's channel, gang, there's a link to Dave Byron's channel down below, or he's in the chat as well.
Yeah, I see him in the chat here. He's still here.
Yeah, it was a great event, Zach. It was huge. That was crazy.
Cheers, brother.
Yeah,
Yes,
for sure. This is for Dave right here.
How did you guys miss each other, Ben? Just too big a venue?
It was crowded.
Yeah,
there was a lot of people. They had, because you had a full concert going on next to a trade show, next to a music store. So
yeah,
on 4 acres of land. So it was impressive to say the least. But I kept looking out because I know Zach has one of my shirts, so I kept looking out for a Canucks with Guitar shirt.
Sweet.
And whenever we walked somewhere, we would always walk the advance of the lineup. Like for the meet and greet, they would line them up outside. And so if we were walking to that end of the facility, rather than walking through the tent, we would always walk by the lineup of 100 people. So everyone could just visually see Canucks with guitars. And I'm thinking to myself, that way, you never know, a month down the road, they're watching YouTube and they'll see the logo and go, hey, I recognize that. Where have I seen that logo before? Oh, cool. Lando's got a new video coming out. All right, been watching this whole stream while editing a stupid video, just about to release it. Awesome. Oh, there it is. I just got the notification. More YouTuber fake shoutouts. Yes, I love those.
Yes, I just got it too. There it is.
They're hilarious.
Another fake shoutout.
More YouTuber fake shoutouts.
TTK.
Oh,
Glenn and Nick.
Yes. Nice.
Hey, Steve.
That's gonna be funny.
Yeah. I got a Eddie story for you.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Lando, do you want to jump in?
I briefly mentioned it in Johnny's chat last week, but so Joe, who was on the show earlier, who plays bass in my band, he bought a buddy round last weekend who's like a full-on guitar freak. He's got like big collections and all this. So he comes round and he's just an incredible player, mind blown. He's like playing Gary Moore, note for note, and Steve Vai. I mean, just incredible player. And we get on the Eddie subject, and he tells me a story about how when he was 15, it was the OU812 tour, and he got to meet Eddie.
All right.
And he had got home from school, and they were playing, and he said he always had a thing where he could sneak around to the venues and that. I can't remember where it was. I'd love to get him on the show one day to tell his story because it was quite cool.
Yeah.
And he snuck in somehow and ended up with all of kind of like the roadies and everyone. He's just kind of hanging out, and he's got no pass, and he's a young kid, and he's totally hanging out for like 2 hours, and no band are around. And ends up getting caught by someone who's like, where's your pass? And he's like, I lost it somewhere. And they're like, yeah, whatever. And he ends up hanging for the whole thing. And this is before the show. And Eddie comes through, and he ends up sitting with Eddie for like 10 minutes and talking with Eddie. And Eddie's like his idol.
Right on.
And, I believe the guy was legit. He's telling me this story. And he talked with Eddie for 10 minutes. Hopefully I'll get him on one day and he can tell his whole story, because I know you guys love all this stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And he can get into detail about it. And because he is obsessed. And when he told me it was like full details, it's like his big
like
thing.
that, JJ, if you want to like do that on my channel, just shoot me a message in advance, because kind of when I'm on and stuff, and we'll just arrange something in advance.
Phenomenal player, this dude. He was like mind-blowing. I'm yet to go to his house and kind of see his stuff, but Joe told me his stuff's like incredible when we talked. But he ended up getting like 3 picks. He said, my guitar tech will be along. And what's the guitar tech's name? What was his name?
Zeke Clark.
Rudy?
Yeah, that guy. He was coming through, and he goes, he'll be coming through, and he'll have some picks on him. And that guy handed the picks to Eddie, who handed them to my buddy, my new buddy, and he's got the 3 picks. And I was just like, dude, I've got to get one of those picks.
Nice, man.
No, I mean, these are his thing. But it was his little detailed story about his conversation with Eddie was real cool. I'd love to get him on one day for you guys to hear it. Because they're unique moments, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Were those picks all different, or were they the same pick, the 3 of them?
I think they're the same pick.
Oh, okay.
I think they were OU812 picks, and that was it. And he did shake Eddie's hand, and Eddie is his god, just like I know a lot of, I mean, he's all our gods. Let's face it, he's number one. But it was a cool story. So hopefully we'll get him on one day.
Oh yeah, for sure.
That was that.
Oh. Awesome.
Right on, man.
Yeah, I love all those kind of stories. You meet people, you know, and yeah. And he got to see the gig as well, obviously, and hang out afterwards and everything. And yeah, he's got a big story about the whole deal.
Right.
Yeah.
Was that the Monsters of Rock tour, or was that the OU812 tour?
It was the OU812 tour.
Oh, okay, you're right on.
It was that actual tour.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm going to do an actual shout out because Caleb's currently driving in a bad signal in that area. Excuse me. I invited him to jump in to talk about episode 2 of Caleb's Guitar Leads.
That would be cool.
Featuring John Levin of Dawkin. So he was just asking. They blocked it at first because it looks blatant salesmanship, which I love it, Caleb. So he's trying to get to 100 subs, or he's close to 100. I'm sure he'd love to be more than 100. So it looks like we got a few more out of it. So let's.
Since we're talking about Doc and hey Ben,
yeah.
Did George look like this when you saw him?
Nice. No, he looked more like a catcher's mitt.
I got a thing. Caleb, you're listening right now. I'm going to see Uli John Roth next Thursday.
Oh yeah,
at Coach House.
Oh, that's right.
And it's
I remember you talking about that, JJ.
It's such a small venue. That would be the kind of thing. Maybe you could work something for that sort of thing. Just thinking.
Yeah.
Because it's such a small venue.
There you go, Caleb.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
That's going to be a good show. 3 hours. He's playing
nice.
all the original stuff. 3-hour set.
Wow,
yeah, man.
This is Uli. Uli and his band.
Uli and his band, and it's kind of a Scorpion's dedicated thing. The Tokyo tapes. He's revisiting all that, and
yeah, dude, you gotta get their video on for that.
Yeah, well, if Caleb ain't there, I'm gonna do it. I'll at least video it. I'm gonna take my Ibanez RG,
nice.
the purple one, the grape one there, 560.
Yep.
It's a beater, man. That thing's a beast. Invader pickup. I think I'm going to take it and just have him scribble his name on the back. Like silver marker.
Looks like we've got Caleb up to 97 subs at this point.
Sweet.
Yeah, Caleb, man. Come on, subscribe to Caleb's channel. Get him up to 100 subs.
Come on. I'm 88 sub on Caleb's channel. ET says, "Oh, why can't we show that?
Why can't you show
I
that?
don't know why it's blocking that. Yeah,
You got it. Yeah, you got it.
I put it through.
Somebody got it.
Yeah, I was about to. I lost my mouse. I was like, where'd it go? The cursor took off.
R2 probably got it faster because my computer's running so bloody slow. Holy crap.
Just some time.
You guys, we're already at 150 views on this.
Really?
That's insane. I usually get that after a week on a video these days.
It's your fault.
Thank you, guys.
It's your fault, absolute mayhem.
Yeah, man.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I figure we'll go for another half hour or so anyway, see how it goes, because I do have to work in the morning.
Me too, but I'm having
just
fun
look at
hanging
these
out with you
numbers.
guys.
That's insane.
I'll definitely stay up with you guys. This is awesome. It's
Yeah,
an honor and pleasure to be with all you guys here.
Okay, what I'm trying to figure out, though, is why the hell are people watching other videos of mine in the last hour? I just have the analytics open. It's like, you see I'm live. Like, why are, so, okay, they're watching Rich play the 5150. They're watching 3 hits of me playing Wolfgang. Which
I'll be right back,
video,
guys.
I'm
I'm going to grab a beverage.
Synapses. Little summary of Ben, and then they come back. Okay.
Man, everyone's playing catch up.
We'll be waiting for you, R2. No, I think it's just the shock value of me playing a Wolfgang, because I put that up. When did I put that up, Bruce? This morning?
Must have been this
morning. Is that the one you put up this morning?
I think so.
What was the one you put up last night? Late last night?
Last night was just the trailer.
Oh, that's right.
And then I uploaded the 2 videos, the one of me and one of Rich.
Right?
And like I didn't get up till, let's say, 9:30 this morning, and I left for band practice at 12:30, and in 3 hours I had 77 hits on the video of me playing the Wolfgang.
Nice.
Good.
And I know it's all guys like Steve Andersen, because I saw his comment. He's like, "Oh my," and I see a whole bunch of comments like, "Welcome to the dark side." Uh-oh, no looking back now, or don't buy it, otherwise you'll end up with 4. Like the comments are through the roof. There's like 20 comments on each one. You know, Johnny had commented on him and stuff. I was like, Jesus, Johnny, what are you doing awake this time of day? But I forgot he has to get up with the chickens. Hey, we got Michael James in the house.
Michael James, hello.
All right. back. He says, "Call me crazy. I never heard of Richie Kotzen until yesterday." I'll call you partially crazy because Richie Kotzen is known definitely in the guitar community of a certain age of player. Because I know Zach's younger than most of us. And, excuse me. Yeah, and Richie's known well within the guitar community, but the general public doesn't really know who he is because, let's be honest, probably his highest profile gig was playing in Poison. And that's when Poison was beyond their peak and when Poison wasn't cool, when grunge ruled. So, but my God, he was on it yesterday. I said to Richie, Shanahan, not Kotzen.
I was going to say, yeah, dude.
You know, because I met so many people, yeah. So I said, man, if Soundgarden ever decides to go back out on tour, how can they not hire Richie Kotzen to front the band? The man sounds damn near as good as Chris Cornell did, and he can play phenomenally too.
Yep.
I think that would be an amazing lineup, Soundgarden with Richie Kotzen.
There's the lineup.
I haven't heard him.
No?
What do you guys think about the Richie Kotzen what is that?
Thank you for the subscription, Michael James.
September the 30th at the Coach House, same venue I'm going next week, is Richie Kotzen, Vinnie Moore, and Gus G.
Oh, wow. Oops. Uh-oh. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, that'll be a pretty sick show.
Let's see.
Vinnie Moore. Check out.
See if we can get the energy level up here.
Vinnie Moore Starlix, man. I tell you. Remember the old Starlix videos?
Yep.
Yeah.
Check out
Vinnie
the Vinnie
Moore,
Moore one. If you want to know about freaking repetition and building speed and strength, that was the video, man.
He was the king of palm muting. I love the way he did fast run while he was palm muting.
Oh, insane.
All those notes.
Yeah, all the notes.
I stole a
he was the man.
All those little fast runs with the palm muting. He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Fender Guru says the Winery Dog stuff. Yeah, that was amazing. Or was it ET5150? Oh man, you got to listen to the Kotzen How Tilt album. Yeah. Or
I saw his signature guitar at Guitar Center. It's got the gold hardware on there, but
I just love the fact that Richie Kotzen about 10 years ago decided, like, I think it was actually during a gig or before a gig. He went, you know what? I'm not going to play with a pick anymore.
Yeah.
He was done playing with a pick. And I thought, okay, well, that's impressive. But then when you realize you still have to play your back catalog live without a pick all of a sudden.
Yeah. I've learned to do that, man. You got to do that sometimes. You lose your pick on stage.
Looks like Lando's got a
6mm nail.
Lando, just before you head out, are you going live this Thursday? Because if so, guys, Lando usually goes live, right, Terry, every other Thursday night, it seems, or at least lately.
I think that's when he said he was going to do it, was every second Thursday.
Okay, cool. So yeah, definitely check Lando Music this coming Thursday at roughly 10 p.m. Eastern, 7 Pacific. He may have Terry on if he sends a link. I might get lucky and he'll send me the link again. I've been on the last two, I think.
Later on, Lando.
Awesome.
Later, Lando.
Peace, Lando.
Yes.
Hey, Ben, you got to read Quentin James's comment here.
Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah. Who mentioned that? Somebody mentioned that the other night on Johnny's show. Yeah, so Richie Kotzen got booted from Poison because he was spending a lot of quality time with Ricky Roth's wife.
Yeah,
so
that was cool.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Let's see. And Dry Heat says, I believe Vinny is still with UFO also. Cool.
Yeah, he is. That's right.
I bet you
Michael Schenker.
I'm trying to tie in with Michael Schenker. I remember I was playing a club in Toronto one night, and the sound guy said to me, he was fielding, he goes, I'm not the normal sound guy. And I went, oh, great. You know, they don't have the house sound guy here. He goes, I hope you don't mind. I just got off tour with Michael Schenker. I've been doing his sound for the last 2 months. I'm like, we are never going to sound better than we will tonight. We have a professional sound guy.
Nice.
Really,
Hey,
McAlpine's still doing stuff, Terry?
Cool. What's that?
Yeah, I just read your comment, Tony McAlpine. I assume you're talking about.
Yeah.
Still doing stuff.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. Apparently, he's put out an album within the last year.
What do you got there, JJ?
The guitar you were talking about the other day that's like within a 10-mile radius of you that was on a big record.
Oh, yeah. There was the Les Paul used for the guitar solo on American Woman.
I thought that was an awesome story, man.
Yeah. Thanks.
Have you seen that guitar and held that guitar?
I haven't. It's more a friend of a friend. Like, I know the guy. He's a local musician and a record producer. We chat, we're friendly, we chat, we're friends on Facebook, but it's more a mute. I know him through a lot of other people. Actually, ironically enough, you guys, if you've seen, like, when I went live the other day and I was hanging out in my backyard, we got the subdivision going in next door. The guy's sister actually lives like 2 houses over from me.
Oh, wow.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That would be a good little movie story for you right there to go and see that guitar.
That would be.
I'd love to see that.
Actually, I should talk to him about that.
Burton Cummings is my cousin.
What?
Burton Cummings is my cousin. He's actually been to my grandmother's house in Kingston, Ontario.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
A lot of my family members from that side of the family, they're all very, very dark hair, and they all look kind of like Burton Cummings to some degree. You can kind of see it in the squareness of their face. But yeah, I don't know what he's like related to my grandmother on my mother's side, but yeah, he's a cousin.
Oh, yeah, wow, Showman, we're still rocking.
I was too little when he played last in Kingston at the Grand Theater, but had I known, I was probably like 11.
Wow.
And let's send some positive vibes Burton's way. I believe he had a mild stroke not too long, like in the last month or so. Yeah, I'm friends with Burton on Facebook, so that's how I know about it. Not that I know the guy, we're friends or anything, but it's one of those things where on Facebook, like, people you may know, and because I'm friends with a dozen or so Canadian rockers that I looked up when Facebook first started, because I knew there was a count on how many friends people could have. So it come up like people you may know, Kim Mitchell. I'm like, damn, I'll add him. And so I become like, I'm friends with most of the members of Honeymoon Suite, 5440, The Odds, the Pursuit of Happiness folks, like all the 90s alternative Canadian rock bands. I'm friends with a lot of them. And I've actually cultivated some of that stuff into which I still got to get a hold of him this week. Stan Mizek, who's the bass player from Harem Scarum, is going to be coming on for an interview. He's also played with, he was Sass Jordan's bass player for her whole big time at the top. He did stints in April Wine. Killer Dwarves he played with for a while. Like a who's who of Canadian rock. Like Steve, Terry, and me would know, or Wayne would know a little better because of Canadian content laws where they have to play Canadian music. So, yeah, Stan Mizek's going to be coming on. Because I remember when I announced it that day, Steve, you jumped in the chat, and I'm like, what musician has played in all these bands? You're like, damn. And I could tell it was like, I'm like, Stan Mizek. You're like, no kidding. I'm like, it was one of those things. I became friends with him on Facebook, and he likes some of my posts. I like his posts. We comment on each other's stuff. And I thought, okay, he knows who I am. I'll send him a message. Why not? See if he'll do an interview. So he's going to come on and do an interview.
Awesome.
Sweet, man.
Yeah. I heard a lot of Anne Murray growing up because of Canadian content.
Yeah. Anne Murray, who my dad grew up just right near her, like next town over. He was aware of her back in the day. And see, my cousin chimes in, American Woman was first played around the corner from my house. That's correct.
There you go. Glenn Fricker should do a contest about that. See what people can do for covers of Anne Murray. That'd be hilarious.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. I want to hear a thrash version of Snowbird.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the Americans are going, I don't know what you're talking about, dude.
Huh?
Yeah. 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 Well, let's put it this way. She was a little more mellower than Joni Mitchell.
Yeah. That reminds me, Ben, you should get yourself going a David Wilcox Telecaster.
Oh, God. Yeah.
Other than the fact I can't stand Dave Wilcox.
Really? Did you see him live in concert?
I walked out on him live in concert.
When was that?
That would have been, let me think, 2006. It was Dave Wilcox and April Wine. I watched April Wine. Dave came out. I lasted about 2 songs, and I'm like, I'm out of here.
Oh, that was his era.
Well, no, it's just because Dave Wilcox, he's got such a bloody ego away from the stage that I just can't enjoy his music, just because I just can't stand the guy. You know, and that's just me.
What'd you pay for the ticket?
I didn't. It was a birthday present, actually.
By the way, this is
it was at the arena downtown Belleville. So he plays around here from time to time. He used to gig around here like on a bi-monthly basis, actually.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, not to be confused with the American David Wilcox. That's a folk guy. This is the Canadian David Wilcox, and this is his 1979 customized Telecaster.
Oh, right. Yeah.
4
it is a
pickups?
nice guitar.
Ben,
Yeah.
when you
4
saw
pickups, 4 switch.
Yep.
4 switches.
when you
Serial
saw Dave
phase.
Wilcox live, was he did he walk into the stage alone or did he get help? Because when we saw him in Belleville front, 2 guys kind of walked him up to the microphone, put a guitar over his shoulders, and he walked like an old, like he kind of shuffled up there. And then as soon as he put his hand on the neck and started playing, he just animating. And when he was done after like 3 or 4 encores, they took the guitar off and they walked back. And I'm like, he's like a zombie when he doesn't have the guitar in his hands. Like he's pretty old. But it was amazing.
All right,
probably also in
see
that
here.
era too. That was probably in his drugged out era too.
Yeah, he was very. When I saw him, he was sober. When I saw him, and he was on. Like the stuff sounded great, sounded just like the album, but it's just like. And plus, his music, I don't know. It's like
To the Bearcat.
I don't. Yeah, well, like it's like you're at a party and you're playing guitar or something like that. And there's always the drunk a-hole always wants to hear Dave Wilcox or George Thorogood. It's always one or the other.
Yeah.
And anybody, like I'll be standing around, even if I'm not playing at a party, if I'm standing around and we're talking music, if they say they're a huge Wilcox fan or a Thorogood fan, I gotta leave. I just walk away. I'll find out any reason to walk away.
Said I saw live.
I gotta leave.
Yeah. And let's see. My cousin says Reba knows all about her. Yeah, Reba does. And then ET5150, and this ties in. Thank God we did get you on here, Wayne. Ben Coombs, what happened to that Beretta you mentioned on a Johnny Beane show was owned by some Canadian band? Well, Wayne, take it away.
Honeymoon Suite. That's it's like the black Kramer American Beretta with the yellow tire tread on it. I'm actually still trying to get it fixed. My buddy has a crack in the bottom by the just on top of the strap nut or whatever it is, the strap lock, and he's terrified that he's going to ruin the guitar. Because apparently that was a prototype guitar from, what's his name, Ben? Derry?
Dave? Oh, Gary Lalonde? Or no, Gary Guillen. Or Derry Guillen, sorry.
Derry, yeah.
Derry,
and,
the guitar player from
and I know he's in the trial. I'd love to get that. I'd love to get it signed for John. Like that is
you want to?
his baby. I'd love to get
we can arrange that way. Because like I said, I'm friends with Derry on Facebook. And I know when they're playing in the area and stuff, so we can meet up, at a show. I'm sure.
Yeah, I'd love to get that. He'd follow.
Because I know he'd do it just to see the guitar again. Because I'm sure, like guys, you would agree. Like the guitars like Eddie gave away back in the day. I think it'd be cool. Like Eddie would get a kick out of seeing those guitars 20, 30 years later.
And this was one of those like raffle guitars. Like it was that basically the story goes like this. Back in like 87. Or maybe 89. I forget what date we did found that.
89.
It was 89.
Nesdal corrected me when he saw the photos.
This guy and his girlfriend, they basically stole the ballots and they went home and filled them all out. They said they filled out 2,000 ballots. They came back to the store the next day with the ballot box and they won the guitar. And I don't know what these things ran retail back in the day, but it came with a hard shell case and the guitar strap with the locking nuts. And I'd never seen a guitar like that before, and it was amazing. And that was a guitar that I learned when I got. What did I have? I had like a Signature or some kind of catalog kind of style guitar when I first started. I forget what it was. It was white, and when I played a song well enough that I could actually play it, John would actually give me the Kramer. Say, "Okay, here, try it on this." And that was kind of like a special guitar for me when I was growing up, my teenage years.
There we go. And Dave Byron says he's already going to start working on that Anne Murray cover. Of course he is. If anyone's going to pull it off, it's Dave Byron. So We'll just leave it to him.
Done already. He probably has it already figured out.
Yep.
No.
Showman is back on multiple fronts. The chat's filled with Showman in 2 different accounts, so that's good to see.
A death metal version of Neil Young's Harvest Moon.
Ooh.
That would be a challenge.
Well, yeah, you go back and forth between the chords. Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
Metal thrash song.
Zach says, Ben, funny situation yesterday. I saw a guy I thought was you, Ben. I talked to the guy from a good minute thinking it was you.
Maybe
No, the question is, Zach,
Hi,
was
Zach.
he wearing a Canucks with Guitar shirt?
No.
It's funny
Because that would be even funnier.
And
Yeah. Was he really blurry and out of sync?
As long as it wasn't a Men with Brooms shirt.
Yeah. Hey, that's what hit it off with Robert Keeley. He went, I like your shirt. So you'll get your Canucks with the Guitar shirt. You'll never know who you'll meet as a result of wearing that shirt at an event. That's all I'm saying, gang.
Yeah, man. That's cool. Totally cool.
And you can buy them down below. There's a link to buy shirts and mugs and shopping bags.
Pick
And
up the chicks, too.
It's not
Yeah,
shameless
who
plug
knows?
Channel when it's your channel, Ben. Go plug away.
plug away. Well, hey, we got to get me to NAMM, right?
Yeah.
We got to get me to
Ben,
NAMM.
you gotta let me know when you get that Keeley, Dan, and Mick signature pedal.
Oh, you'll know. You'll know.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
the
I'm
one,
like,
man.
it's
Yeah.
I want that thing so bad.
Yeah. Oh, that D&M drive. Again, you know, like I had mentioned when I played the Stripe series, like I get it. And you always hear the D&M drive is like one of the top selling pedals over the last year. I plugged into it, and the way those 2 channels interact with each other,
Yeah,
it was,
you
again,
can switch
I
the
get it.
order of it too.
and you can switch the order, and they both sound great on their own. And I was talking to Robert about it, and I said the reason why it was such a seller, this is just from a an end user point of view, was it seems like every time you buy one of these dual pedals, there's a compromise. Like one channel is the absolute tits, and the other one it's 70%, and you're like, yeah, I can live with that. There's always a compromise. But with that one, both sides were both amazing.
Yeah.
But then again, also, it's the first time I played through something the quality of a Keeley pedal, too. So, and he could tell the look on my face. I was just like, holy crap. Like, he goes, how long have you been playing? I'm like, 30 years. You ever sounded like that?
Yeah, see, I
Nope.
love the story of Keeley, man. The Keeley, obviously his signature overdrive pedals, grabbing the tube screamer and having those mods. And
the blues driver. The blues driver was a big one for him.
Another one, yeah, the blues driver, yeah, man. And then I think he just got to a point where he was like, you know what? I think I'm going to start my own company and do my own pedals here. And I'm glad he did. That's cool. The guy's a very smart man. Get him on, Ben. Get him on here.
Working on it. He just got home today. He just got home today.
Is that Steve ready to play solo?
Yeah, right. I think that was JJ. So, any of you guys looking at a new guitar coming up in the future, buying soon? Anybody?
Possibly at Gear Fest.
I'm waiting to get my guitar back from the shop, the one at Ben's. I can't wait to show everybody once it's actually all done.
Yeah, we'll set up a hangout for that, Wayne.
I'm pretty excited. I can't wait for you to get it back.
Yeah, just bring it by, bring it by the shop. And even if we do a guerrilla hangout, like even if I'm already done my lunch for the day, screw it. We'll go on for 5-10 minutes and talk about it. Yeah, worst case.
Yeah, Steve, I'm waiting for
we'll shoot in the office and you can keep talking. I'll go out and serve a customer and come back.
There you go.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time I've served customers while a YouTube stream's going, right, Bruce? AKA the birthday hangout, 2 hours at work.
I'm pretty
the
sure
shop's open 7 hours, and we're live on YouTube for 2 of the 7 hours.
I was trying to give that lady a deal too on a. Is that discontinued meaning it's on sale?
Uh-oh.
Caleb, are you at an In-N-Out burger?
Oh
no. No, sir.
Well, that truly would be the
Caleb is here. No way, man.
There you go.
Wow. I'm looking at my screen here. Caleb's so... dude, you're in here. You pushed me actually out of the screen. I'm like halfway in the... That's all right, bro. That's all right, man. It's an honor to be here with you, brother.
I've never seen so many faces on a screen. That's crazy.
I know, it's pretty awesome.
Big time.
8 of us, I think.
Welcome, Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb.
The latest video
What
of
an honor.
Caleb is awesome. It was really, really good. I mean, I'm a fan.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's fun. You know, it's interesting to just record a bunch of footage of a conversation and then to pick through it and find the story and try to go with it. And you can, if you watch it, you can see there's a bunch of little cuts here and there, and I'm just trying to shape the.
So how much editing are you doing, Caleb? Because it looks pretty fluid. I mean, it looks really well. Like I made a comment in your YouTube video the last time. You did a couple nice voiceovers with the introduction, saying, I forget what they were now, but I remember like that was really nice because there was the guy was talking and you kind of added some extra information with.
Yeah, I had to add the voiceover to kind of because I couldn't use like a clip, you know, like something just didn't work visually, so I had to add some exposition under it. So that's why the voiceover's there pretty much.
I thought that just whatever made you do that, it felt like really professional with that kind of I don't know, it just sounded really neat. I wish I had to do a little bit more. It was pretty cool.
That's awesome because I was literally like, you know, in my recliner with my phone and my headphones on, and I just dubbed that in, you know, on iMovie. I did the whole
giving
thing.
away all the high-tech secrets here.
I
used iMovie last night to make a trailer video for my channel because I'm like, well, work for Caleb.
Yeah, I shot the entire thing on my iPhone 10 and edited it all on the iMovie app in the phone.
Wow. So professional.
Literally, the only thing that I did outside the phone was the theme music that I used, which I did on my computer. But that's it. It's pretty cool. You
do video editing on a $1,000 phone. I do mine on like a $3,000 gaming rig with giant monitors.
Yeah.
Your video, it turned out awesome. I really liked it. It was good.
Thank you. No, it's
kind of gushing like a fanboy, but it was cool.
No, I appreciate it. You know, it's definitely hard work, but when it, you know, you guys know when it's your passion is to do something you want to do and you know, see it through. You know, you have like a vision. I wanted to make a show about guitar players for guitar players, and you know, because usually the people that are interviewing rock stars and musicians and stuff, they don't play, they don't know anything.
Right.
They're like one of these, like they're kind of like, so what's your next question? They just kind of like, yeah, and you know,
no. And apparently they use a vape to do it.
Right. They use you know, they spray the guys with juice, and you know,
yeah.
But no.
Where you get the Chris Farley interviews. Remember that time you played at this place? Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
the
what
absolute
up,
fanboys.
Yeah.
You should maybe, like I said, try and hit up Uli John Roth next week, man, at the Coach House. Small venue. It could be a little short interview with him.
Oh, I'll try. Do you know what night that is? Is that guy?
Thursday.
That guy's still alive?
No shit.
Yeah, man.
Dude. This coming Thursday, the Coach House, San Juan Capistrano.
Nice.
Well, hey, JJ, do me a favor, man. If he doesn't do the video, you have to.
I'll be doing footage. Yeah, I'll be there.
Do some footage if he's doing the Tokyo tapes, man.
No, he's doing them. I went on looking for the tickets. It's a 3-hour set.
Oh,
wow,
man. Dude, go
awesome.
Live. Go live.
I'm going to go live. Yeah, I'm totally going to go live. But for an opportunity with a guitar, God, dude, what's he doing, man? Go there and frickin' see if he's up for a little short interview. You're the man for that.
Oh, yeah. Usually have to kind of prearrange something like that.
Yeah, you got a week.
Nice.
Caleb homework.
Dude, I'll be there either way, so I'm always in everyone's face.
Yeah, JJ's the man. God, I met him at NAMM, and we had such a good time.
We had a great time. Such a good
It's funny
time.
you say that, Caleb, because Michael Smith just messaged the same thing. He said, JJ's the man. Couldn't have met a nicer guy.
And I met
Peace, guys.
JJ the exact same time that Michael met him. So
yes.
Yeah,
good times,
everyone's
brother.
got to get down to NAMM. It's so fun. It's so much fun to hang with everybody. And
I'm working on it.
I know you are. You're gonna make it.
I'm working. Yeah.
Yeah,
I got a taste of it yesterday, and Caleb, it was so surreal. Like, I don't know how much you caught of that, but
Ben, what's the date for NAMM?
it's the end of January.
Yeah, last weekend of January. You look like a little kid.
Ben might fit on my credit card.
In all your video hits, Ben, you look like just you were at Disneyland and you just were going on the next ride. Yeah.
Oh, I was.
Oh yeah, definitely. It looked like you're at like Canada's Wonderland. But
that was the funny part, because like Rich is like, do you want to go play a Sir? Okay, and we go over to the Sir booth and mess around in there, and then it's like, do you want to go play a Friedman? Yeah. Okay, let's go play with those.
Nice.
And I'm sure that experience is probably like 3% of what NAMM is.
Oh yeah,
the size and scope, and that's
the only good thing about it being so small is the fact that like I was able to become friends with Robert Keeley and hang out and shoot the breeze, and we're talking about
so cool.
And ironically enough, guys, so Robert Keeley, he said his wife's daughter's husband, who works for him, is from my town.
Really, Trenton?
Yeah, like what are the chances? He's from Trenton, Ontario.
Wow.
Yeah, a little town of 16,000 people, 100 miles east of Toronto. And he's living out in Edmond, Oklahoma, building pedals with Robert Keeley. Because he's like, so where are you out of? I told him, he's like, I know that town. And I know I cursed.
Expletive.
Small world.
Yeah, like I was telling the guys off air, we gave Robert a new middle name. Because literally every time the conversation died on the drive, it was like a 2+ hour drive home. And as soon as there's silence for like 20 seconds, and it would be like one of us just mutter, Robert effing Keeley. And then it was like, no, yep. And then just a little bit of silence. And then the next, a minute later, Robert effing Keeley. Yep. No kidding.
So funny, your partner, he sounds like he's from my neighborhood down here in Southern California. He says rad and dude.
Yeah, he's a wild one. Richie's a wild one, man.
Well, Richie was trying to go out surfing this morning before band practice, guys.
Right.
He goes out, he surfs in Lake Ontario. So it's not just for the oceans anymore. Yeah, you can catch like some nice 3-4 foot swells, nothing major, but enough that, you can get up and you can ride. And you got to wear a full-on wetsuit.
Surfboard is like that big.
Oh no, he's got a full-on surfboard.
They should do a movie where someone like that, goes to the World Championships or something.
Yeah. North Shore, right?
North Shore, yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie back in the day.
I know Turtle. So.
Oh yeah?
Nah.
No, he lives in my town.
Wow.
John Philbin, good dude.
Nice.
Yeah. What else is
new? So cool.
What
else is new?
I've been in and out of the show tonight. I've been driving around doing things and
that's awesome, man. Well, that would explain with you in and out, because I was looking. I'm already at 150 hits on the video the last time I looked.
Yeah.
And we were averaging we got 27 people still watching. That was my previous record on this channel, and we got up into the mid-30s. Like, we're pulling 50% of Johnny's numbers. And Johnny's been going forever.
You're climbing.
And surprised, I haven't seen Johnny in the chat yet tonight.
He's low-key. He must be music.
Hold on a second. I think Johnny's here. Hold on a second. Come on, Johnny.
Come on, Johnny. Is it your house in the R2?
Do I got to go get my Wolfgang? Do I got to put the Wolfgang on video? As soon as that happens, he comes.
It seems up.
Hey guys.
Fritz milled that.
Hey, Caleb, what exactly are you doing, Caleb? Where are you driving to?
I'm just running some errands and doing some things.
Oh, okay.
Life.
Yeah.
Life in Santa Monica. Love it.
Nice.
How come it looks dark, Caleb? How come it looks dark? It's sunny where I am.
Are you kidding?
That's because we're closer to the North Pole, Steve. We have longer days this time of year.
Yeah, we're on a big ball.
Yeah.
Closer to the sun. No, it's 8:35 here, and it's real foggy by the beach, so it's.
Oh, okay.
The sun is totally gone. So.
Right on. Huh. Yeah, we had another beautiful day here in the mid to high 70s, and then it poured down rain, but it felt like a tropical rain. It was a warm rain. It was nice.
Oh yeah.
At least it wasn't muggy.
Zach Thong says, Ben, when you get to NAMM, you got to play an Acacia guitar. Yeah, I'd like to play an Acacia.
Then he can get a deal with Acacia. Like Robert Baker.
You're Robert Baker.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's all I did yesterday. If the price tag didn't start with a 4 or more, I really wasn't interested beyond, like hit it, like play the 5150, play the Wolfgang, partially for you guys, just for the comedy of it. And, like Lost in Space or something, I didn't know what was going on. But then I was just looking for nothing but boutique stuff that I could never afford to buy because I figured I'm not playing one otherwise.
For the comedy of it, you should have found a Hello Kitty guitar and played it.
Yeah. I didn't see anything like that, unfortunately. Other than, Richie played, it was like a tenor ukulele cigar box guitar. And the grin on his face playing that thing. He absolutely loved it. And then they had an electrified one with a P90 in it, and we plugged that in. And we were so enthralled with it that some woman came up to the booth and she asked what these guitars were. So I started telling her, and she said, "Oh, I'm really interested. Do you have a business card?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not. I'm just a guy. Like, I don't work here." And the sales rep's like, "Dude, you can sell product." I'm like,
"Yeah,
worked in sales all my life.
I'm just a guy, eh?"
Maybe you should play for David Cosmo.
Yeah, you want a Canucks with guitars T-shirt, or
Oh, I got to send one to Robert Keeley this week, so that's got to go.
There you go. Dope.
That was the first. That's how we bonded because he's like, "I love that shirt." I'm like, "Really?" Of course, he was calling us Canucks. Oh. He's like Canucks with guitars.
Well, that's like Deckles. So.
Yep.
Love it.
Yeah, amazing guy.
Did they have any? Did they have a USA Wolfgang there to try?
I have no idea, to be honest with you. I just tried the striped one. They had a Jared Frost blue, and in the store they had that.
I know, it's killer, isn't it?
It's funny how everybody's calling it the Jared Frost, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. And then they had an Orange Crush, or whatever they're calling that one.
Special.
In the store itself.
They're the specials, the mid-range.
What are they worth, Ben?
In a US?
Should we call it Candy Apple Bruce?
Yeah.
I'll take it. No.
You like it?
Well, I think everyone refers to the red candy apple as the red candy apple like Bruce's. I think that's the full name of it.
Hey, Bruce, Canadian, it wouldn't be candy apple, it would be maple apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maple apple.
Maple baked.
Maple bacon.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah, the striped special was priced at 1900 Canadian.
Yeah, there'll be more than the solid colors or the other colored ones.
Yeah,
they always are.
All I know is the cheapest Wolfgang I found was $679.
Hey Bruce, Fender Guru here is asking for you to show the Candy Apple Bruce.
There you go.
All right, I'll grab it. Johnny Beane will be in like 2 seconds.
I'm going to just about piss myself if he does.
He's in here. He's watching. It's like
the flipped and bat signal, right?
Does he have an invite? Did you send him an invite, Ben?
No, I haven't talked to him in a few days, actually.
Oh, okay.
If he was in the chat, he probably would have ended up with an invite. If
right, he's hanging out with Jay right now.
He's generous that way.
I was just going to say it is 11:30 here, so I'm not going to go too much longer.
All right, here she is, man.
Hang on, let me present you.
Present.
Woo.
Okay. Hold on, let's start from.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love the binding.
I do too. So pretty.
Wow, I haven't talked to Johnny in a while.
Can we get some good angles here?
That's maple, isn't it, Bruce?
What's that?
Maple neck.
Maple. Oh no, it's the neck is
maple neck, ebony fretboard.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. This is the neck.
Are those locking tuners?
Oh yeah. Oh no, the tuners themselves are not locking tuners. They're just. I mean, it's not necessary, I guess.
Because you have a locking nut at the top, right?
Right, exactly.
Beautiful.
Oh,
right on, man. Yeah.
Man,
I just sent Johnny a message, so we'll see.
So candy apple, man. It's so candy apple.
There we go. There, I was trying to get some certain angles. You could see the sparkle real nice.
So pretty.
Oh yeah, I see some fingerprints on that baby.
Yeah, you playing that thing? You playing
That's all right, man. Keep playing that thing.
Yeah.
Is the switch upside down, Bruce?
She's ready for a wipe down.
Yeah, it's got the up positions the bridge, right?
Yes. No. The up position is the wait, it's the neck, I think.
So it's still backwards.
I think it's only on the USAs that they do that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'd actually prefer it like the way Bruce's is because I've been playing Les Pauls for 30 years, so I just be confused.
See, my standard's the opposite. The standard has the up positions the bridge, the down is the neck.
Maybe that's it. Maybe it's the.
That's weird.
Hey,
Which
Bruce,
I kind of like it because if you're tapping, you don't hit it with your arm.
Oh, I get you.
Bruce, what kind of arm is that? Is it like a threaded nut, or does it pop in and pop out?
No, it's thread. See, look, I just loosened it. Now it's loose.
That is such a sick color, Bruce.
Thanks. I love it. I couldn't resist getting it. I like keeping it tight because when I hang it, it doesn't swing around like a
The thing is, Bruce, was it worth the wait?
Yeah. I mean, I'm scared to say yes because I don't want it to ever happen again. But honestly, this thing is. I mean, if you think this is beautiful, it plays better than it looks. Like to me,
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
I couldn't, but.
Do you know what kind of neck it is?
You know why it sounds so good, man? It's the strap you're using. This tone comes from the strap.
Well, I am using an EVH Wolfgang leather strap. Yeah.
That's one of those finishes.
It's a maple neck. Is that what you asked, Wayne?
No, like the shape of it. Is it like is CD? Is it like there's a? I don't know.
It's asymmetrical. It's a Wolfgang asymmetrical, so it's kind of
Wolfgang asymmetrical. Yeah.
Is that what they call it?
Yeah, it's got like a little rounder at the top, I believe.
Rounder up by
the
thumb.
Right.
Rounder by the thumb, and then they get thinner by the finger part.
You got to get that back plate off there, Bruce.
Look, honestly,
taking those back plates off.
Listen, this back plate, it still has the cellophane on it. I still have the cellophane on the back plate.
Yeah, that's one of those finishes. Like I would die if I got one nick. Like it would ruin me.
Yeah,
like, that's one of those where you're like, oh, and I don't mind banging a guitar around, but one of those, like it's so sweet that the first little bang on it, it's gonna just kill me.
Don't jinx me, Jake. I don't want to have to hurt.
All right.
Drops it.
Yeah.
Smash it on the mic. Yeah.
I'm surprised Byron hasn't asked you to spin it around your shoulder.
No shit. Wow.
I'm going to assume that Bruce will want me to double check his locking system long before that happens.
Well, my locking system's on there, but I wouldn't chance it with this.
Dave Byron reminds me of Yngwie Malmsteen with those swings, man.
And the energy, though. The energy you have, Dave, like
immense.
Yo.
That's how it should be.
I kind of threw Steve under the bus the other night during our metal stage because I said, like, Steve, you have an energy about you, right? And Dave was on our metal stage, and I said, wow, this guy makes Steve Andersen look lethargic.
Oh, I do remember that. I remember you
now,
saying
it could
that,
be, though, I only ever see Steve on camera when he's got a rum going, so it could be the rum that's fueling Steve. So.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm going to probably wrap things up, guys. If you want to hang on, we've been going the better part of 4 hours. Again, it's supposed to be an hour or two. So if you guys, Bruce, you got anything you want to finish off with?
Hold on.
As he's not even near his mic or anything. So I'll come back to you. Caleb, give us a shout out, Caleb.
Hey, I love everyone just hanging out, talking. it's awesome. I'm so honored to be a part of this community. I really am. So it's good to see you guys.
Man.
Yeah. I agree, brother. I agree.
And hear from you all. And
absolutely, man.
Everything.
I've made so many new brothers through this community. I can see you guys, all my brothers.
Yeah, it's the best. So,
yeah.
And subscribe to my YouTube channel, and
yes,
keep watching the videos. I think Eddie Trunk is gonna pub this John Levin video tomorrow. So,
wow.
I think we're gonna get some traffic through the channel.
Awesome,
tomorrow,
dude. That's awesome.
Yeah, that would be
man.
huge.
That's wicked, man.
Well, you're at 98.
You're definitely gonna reach over 100 subscribers after tonight, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're up to 98 now. So I just checked.
Oh,
there's 100 when I subscribe.
Awesome.
I follow everyone back, by the way. So.
Yep. And and I'll have that link to Caleb's channel. It's listed down below, along with a bunch of other great guys.
Yeah.
Bruce, now that you got your headset back on.
Well, I didn't take it off. The cord on this thing, I could walk all over this whole room with it without taking this off.
Well, that's fine, but we can hear you now. So.
Did you
We
see
need a
that?
long cord like this.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yep.
It works, man.
So you're good?
I am feeling good, yes. Okay.
How about you, JJ? What do you got going on?
As in what?
I don't know. You got any parting words?
Parting wisdom?
Are we leaving?
Yeah, well, we've been on almost 4 hours.
No, we're staying all night.
Thank everybody in the chat.
There we go.
For hanging
no
in there
doubt.
and hanging out with me. And us. I just,
Well, they seem to be having a good time by the looks of things.
This is awesome, man. All you guys.
Awesome.
I thought we
gotta
might
give
almost make it to when Simon Williams would wake up in England.
if I wasn't working tomorrow, I would do it. But
well, peace to you, Simon. Next time, brother.
Yeah,
man.
We love Simon Williams. Let's see who we got next here. R2, what do you got to say? Any parting words?
I just want to say shout out to Johnny Beane, David Nesdahl, Jay Hannon, obviously the Rummeister, Caleb, Joe Wentz, Project TV, Adam EVH, Sinner, Jim Guidry, Dave Byron, Fender Guru, of course my brothers Ben, Bruce, and JJ, David Ennis. Oh yeah, who's got that on now?
Well, it's not Johnny this time.
And everybody in the chat here.
I second that, R2. Everybody, man.
Yeah. How about you, Steve?
Yeah, thanks for all the help, guys. The Bumblebee, I'll fix the Bumblebee. I'm going to paint the Charvel and have those ready to go next time you see it. And wish me a happy birthday. Officially, tomorrow's my birthday. So.
Oh, happy birthday, Steve.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
Birthday.
All right, so that means so everybody will hang on the line once we go off, but I'm going to hang on for at least 13 minutes so I can wish you a happy birthday, buddy, because it's midnight in 13 minutes.
All right.
So there we go.
Make it official.
Terry, what's up?
Thanks for having me and my potty mouth on.
Yeah, you were listening to the chat earlier, buddy. No.
Terry, yours was the clearest swear, but I'm pretty sure I've heard 3 out of JJ tonight. So,
Terry, you've been now dubbed the guitar ambassador of YouTube.
Thanks.
Yep. The ambassador. We have Terry, the ambassador.
He's got a wrench everywhere.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, it's really cool to actually be able to hang out with some, fresher people because I've been involved with a couple communities already on YouTube over the last 4 or 5 years. So, it's great to expand, get different views, meet new people, different personalities. That's kind of the big reason why I love these.
Yeah, and that's kind of why I've been doing these open hangouts, once every few weeks or whatever. And like when we had Dave Nesdahl on earlier, he wasn't familiar with everybody, and I'm like, this is good. And I've seen I see a few new names in Johnny's chat that I recognize from other channels or from my own channel, and that's awesome. The fact that I can actually bring some viewers to Johnny because he's done so much to help me out. So it's it's the least I can do and pay back in some way. So Let's see. What do we got here? Mr. Mayhem himself, who's got a mouthful of booze.
Yeah,
Woo! Parting words, Wayne?
Yeah, Wayne!
No, it's just great being on. I wish I had gone a little sooner. I got on with Dave, but it was still cool to be on. And I love watching all you guys. You guys make great.
And Wayne, your videos rock, man. I love waking up in the morning when you post those videos and seeing those hot rod cars. That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, we have a few more surprises cooked up for the summer. I'm going to go to the arm drop, and I'm going to probably drive my car and actually film all that too. Actually, in the old, here we have what's called an arm drop. So they go to an old abandoned airport, and they actually get the girl with the whole 50s vibe on, and they
don't have the light race.
Yeah, like
old school drag racing. It's an old airstrip. It's an old military base just south of me.
Cool.
But yeah, it's been going pretty good. Thanks. I really appreciate all the support. So yeah.
If you're into cars at all, guys, subscribe to Mayhem. Do you have the chat open still, Wayne?
Yeah.
Okay, type something in there so people can click on your name to go to your channel. Assuming that people still want to. I see a few people are filing out, but especially even on the replay. Dry heat, yeah, we're getting a little signal. That's no worries.
Yeah, it's weird.
We're wrapping up.
Dry heat, Dan Sullivan, all you guys, Zach Thong.
I appreciate each one. Mark Taylor, David Ennis, Fender Guru, back, Dave Byron, of course, Michael Smith. How can we forget the captain? JC
Smith.
Who else? JC Smith. Yeah, who else we got in there?
Showman's been
all
in.
of you. Yeah.
Of course,
Showman's been in earlier. I don't want to forget about Sonya.
Dry heat.
Sonya, she's here.
Yeah. She was earlier. Beginning
Mark Taylor.
I haven't seen her in a couple hours. It's actually ET 5150.
The Vigilant.
My cousin Doug, NASCAR Canuck.
The Vigilant.
Love you.
Because Steve Anderson loves his hat.
I love his hat.
How can we forget about the Vigilant? Yeah. Sean Mahoney, Michael James. Michael James just subbed to me tonight. Thank you very much,
Fender
Michael James.
JC Smith.
Lando.
5150.
Yeah, can't forget Lando.
Caleb Rapoport, Steve Anderson, Terry GG&G, R2R3
Blackie DH. Wow, we had a ton of people in here tonight.
My brother.
Wow. And Coombs.
Yeah. Nesdall for jumping in. Thanks, Dave.
Dave Byron.
Dave Nesdall.
Dave Nesdall for hopping on. That was an honor.
Yeah.
That's what I want to say. Caleb, Rummeister, Dave Anderson. This was awesome hanging out with you guys. All of you guys. But it was cool to see the guys that I love watching all the time here on the YouTube channel. This is great.
Well, it gets everybody starts mingling with each other, puts faces to names and stuff like that, right? It's not just another name in the chat,
Exactly. We're gonna have to
not that we don't love everyone in the chat.
I'm community convention at some point future.
Yeah. Exactly.
Get
other
to
than
NAMM,
NAMM.
everyone go to NAMM. Find your
other than NAMM.
Dude.
Hey, Dry Heat. The Villa Guitar Center in Villa Park is on Roosevelt, 355 on Roosevelt. He's asking me.
There we go. So yeah, if you liked what you saw tonight, or you're watching on the replay and you like it, give us a thumbs up. If you're new, hit subscribe. Make sure that bell looks like it's ringing. Thanks to Renofin.ca Custom Guitars for sponsoring us. Arden's Music. It's going to be some big things happening, folks. Oh man, it's huge. So stay tuned. If you want a Canucks with Guitar shirt or something, there's a link down below for that. If you want to donate to the channel, there's a link to PayPal. You can send me some money directly. That goes back into the channel.
Hey, Ben, did you say you might have Steve from Boston coming on?
Yes, I got to contact him. He just got back from Toman or whatever they call that. So yeah, I watched him last night. Yes. So yeah, I'm gonna be talking to Steve from Boston. Have him on. We got Stan Mizek, Robert Keeley. Those are the three big names, and then of course I always love having you fine cats on. Whether you're in the chat, we're friends. Let me know if you want to come on. Send me a message, and we'll work something out. So you guys hang on the line. Cheers, rock on. Hold those doors open.
Cheers, guys.
Rock on, everybody.
Let that
Peace,
guy in
everybody.
ahead in traffic.
Yep.
Be safe. Take care. Be good people.
See you, guitar
Rock
freaks.
on.